dance, yeah. Watch that water dance, watch that water dance, watch that water dance. Take that. Pockets bulging out like MC Hammer pants. Stay with the green like a Sprite can. Yeah. China man, I'm hotter than a frying pan. I'm the floor nigga, fuck a middleman. Boy, you ain't no boss, you just a middleman. Drop it in the pot and watch the water dug it. My recipe so good that why the J's all love it. She not schedulated tryna fuck me. She ain't all that, so I just let her suck me. My stolen MVP, she work hard for daddy. She do everything but put the dope in baggies. I love, watch that water dance, watch that water dance. Watch the dance, show drop that, watch that water dance. That's it like you did it. Watch that water dance, watch that water dance. Drop that, watch that water dance. Watch that water dance, dance. Watch that water dance, Watch that water dance. Watch that water dance. Drop it in a pan. Whip it fast as you can. Hit the block with it, fiends call me Awful Man. I keep that A2O. Better ask your host. Call me Mr. Fireman when it's real with the hose. Bad waterfall, how she dripping on my ball. I watch that water dance while we have a bar. I need water whip, serve salt. They tryna catch a wave, good luck. Say like me, take down the field, throw out the set. Good have me lit, and the drink have me wet. Yeah. Watch that water dance, watch that water dance. Watch the dance, show drop that, watch that water dance. That's it like you did it. Watch that water dance, watch that water dance. Drop that, watch that water dance. Watch that water dance, dance. Watch that water dance, watch that water dance.
My mic on?
I can hear you.
My mic on? Y'all can hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear myself. Thank you for tuning in to the most controversial radio show on earth. I am your host with the most, Cadillac Daryl Flair. Before I start this show, I want to say the thoughts and expression of it is not those of Narcistic Entertainment. You want to do business, hit us up, narcisticent@gmail.com. With that being said, we're going to introduce my panel real quick. We got Jay every day in the motherfucking building.
Yo, we back.
We got Goldie, the Gold Truth in the motherfucking building.
Hello.
And we got Love, the Motivator in the goddamn
up your
building.
Equity, baby, up your equity.
How was your week?
Phoneless. Yes. It wasn't too bad because I did have a break from social media.
Right.
And I had a break from the owner of my law office calling me 5 to 10 times a minute. So it was kind of all right.
What about you, Jay, every day?
The week was cool. It was a long week.
Oh.
Weekend's been good so far, so
Goldie?
good.
It was all right.
Why you say it like that? What's going on in your life?
Not much.
Oh shit. Who done pissed you off?
Oh shit. You got a confession?
Not this week.
She do always come here kind of slightly pissed off about something.
Yeah, what happened?
But it's never her fault, is it?
No. It's never no woman's fault.
We're waiting on you. We're waiting for you to tell us.
We'll talk about it next week.
Oh shit, it's gonna be over. Damn, we ain't gonna hear it. Damn.
No, it's not.
We're gonna forget.
We'll talk about the Gold Truth. With that being said, we're gonna start this motherfucking show off with, well, shit. Let's do a weekly spill. Who's having the worst week?
Shit, I think it's a tie between Cry Reese and who do you think?
Spacey.
Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Spacey. Ooh. Man, and I liked watching Kevin Spacey movies.
He's so professional in movies, like you would never think he would be so forward.
He's like your blue collar criminal. Man, I mean, like for those that are listening, fill them in on what's going on with Kevin Spacey. We all know what's going on with Tyrese because he's in the blogs and social media on a weekly basis.
Well, all right, love. People are coming out. They're saying that he's made advances at them, and also that he's groped them, that he's done things to them. These people are adults now, but they were children at the time. There was one boy, I think he was about 13 or 14. He may have he put his hands on him.
Jared Subway, motherfucker.
Yes, he has been doing that in the industry, leading boys on R. Kelly shit.
I'm like, and it's becoming
Is that the
more
same? What's wrong with you? You mad R. Kelly ain't fine?
Let me tell you,
to me, it's
kind
not.
of.
That's what it sounds like.
Listen. No, I would never be mad about something like that. Let me tell you, the thing about this is Kevin Spacey too. He led on young men in this equation to believe that they would get help. He was mentoring them, but he would come on to them.
Right.
Well, R. Kelly,
His movies were like that.
He did lure women in, but any woman knew, especially at the age of 14, every woman knew that R. Kelly was a sexual artist.
It's been known for long.
Right. And if any woman goes to R. Kelly in that type of manner, we know what's going to go down.
Right.
But I mean, I'm not taking the fault off of R. Kelly because he should have been more adult minded.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Any way you slice the cake, it's still salt instead of sugar.
Right.
So
Do you guys watch Kevin Spacey movies?
yes, I actually
Okay.
liked them.
Well, when you just said he gets like somebody under his little wing and then makes think he's going to be the next big thing and then makes advances towards him. I don't know if you watch the movies, but a lot of times he is the mentor. He's mentor. I don't know if you've seen Baby Driver.
Yes, I love that.
He's mentoring that little kid. You know what I'm saying? A movie called 21. You know what I'm saying? Another, again, mentoring somebody else. It's like his movies are made up in his head, and he's just perv. Dude is just perv.
Right.
He clearly is,
and he likes to control. He likes to feel like that
but
control.
Look here, let's see how many of his movies and Emmys and awards are going to be redacted because of his child molestation allegations. Because you see how they did Bill Cosby.
Right.
You see how they tried to do Prince.
Right.
You see how they did Michael Jackson. Let's see.
What about how Goldie do R. Kelly every week?
I'm saying R. Kelly did it to himself.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't do this.
R. Kelly's not trying to hide shit.
That little kid's booty in his hand.
Shit in his mouth.
Right.
That motherfucker nasty.
No, but Kevin Spacey has a show on Netflix. Netflix. What is it called? House of Cards.
Mm-hmm.
They've snatched that off. It was a really good show. Yeah, they snatched it off.
Good.
So
I say they snatch everything. Hazel.
Right, but I want to see some of his accolades taken down. I want to see some things taken away from him. Right. I want to see
American Beauty is one of the best. Probably one of his best movies.
Why would we take those down though? Like
because he's a damn child molester.
That don't mean you take his awards and stuff. He got his awards because he earned them.
But during his career stint, he was molesting little boys.
Right.
That's a personal thing, though.
That's illegal.
It's illegal, but it's not a sport. He's not getting paid like
it's
as far as an organization, though. Like it's different. Like if
he's getting paid.
No, it's not an organization, though. What I'm saying is, if you did it in the NFL or NBA, then yeah, they strip you of shit. But he's a movie star. You see what I'm saying? He's working independent. So why would you take a Grammy?
That sounds like
he's also used his moniker to mislead these young boys.
Yeah, that sounds like a performance enhancer for an actor.
What?
Doing what he did. You know, it's not enhancing in his sport or anything like that, but it's illegal as fuck.
Because you fuck little boys that make you a better actor.
It's illegal as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's illegal. You can't do that. Like a football player can't take HGH.
Yeah,
you just can't do that.
But we're talking about an actor.
I get you, but I'm just saying they're on the same realm as far as people seeing. Yeah, exactly.
Y'all not
people seeing.
Y'all understand the difference.
He's an entertainer.
How y'all not understanding the difference? If one they belong to an organization, he doesn't belong to the organization. The firm works for him. His PR firm works for him.
I don't care where.
So how are you gonna strip him?
I don't care where he works or who he works for. He is a despicable.
Okay, so like R. Kelly, y'all want him his album not to be notified, not to be noticed as a platinum album because he fucked the lid during writing. Can't do that.
I'm saying,
but it's not part of the organization.
Bill Cosby though, right? Didn't what the fuck up?
They didn't take none of his awards.
They didn't try.
She said she wanted to see his awards
off TV.
That's because they've
done it to other. They've done this to other actors that were.
They ain't take their Grammys.
They've taken things
or MBs or what they call
their
them?
career ended.
SBs and shit like
right.
that.
Right. They were blackballed.
Yeah. I understand that. You should be blackballed.
Okay, so why are you saying Kevin Spacey doesn't deserve to be blackballed?
I didn't say he didn't. I said she said no.
Cutting you off completely away from everything. You can no longer represent the Emmys, the Oscars. You are no longer representation.
What she's saying is they should be stripped. Like he shouldn't be noticed. Like when what college football team got their shit stripped? Was it Oklahoma or somebody when they cheated one year? One of the college football teams got it went down in history as they didn't win. No one won that year.
Yeah.
You don't remember who it is?
Yeah. Was it Oklahoma, Texas?
It was one of them got stripped of their championship because they're a part of an organization, which is NCAA.
Oh, just like flattening the football and shit.
Kind of like that.
Taking the air and shit.
But I guess they ain't stripped him of his shit though. That's Captain America. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Or beating a woman on the elevator. On camera,
yeah, but he got blackballed
to the ground.
But he's still playing.
No, he's not.
They gave him his job back as ESPN. That football player,
right? Who Ray Rice play for? Because y'all
pulling it up right now.
I was about to say, I ain't got
Ray Rice did not play for no goddamn team. I watch football every fucking week.
But he was allowed back in.
Yes,
but he got blackballed.
He's a sportscaster.
Kaepernick was allowed back in, but nobody hired him.
The point is, he was allowed back in.
Sit down. I think he had to sit down like a couple hours ago. Or it's coming up.
Hold on.
But nah, Ray Rice ain't stepped foot on the football field since, unless he playing for like a flag football or something like that. Like he might be playing touch.
He's helping with the running backs.
He's a running back coach. You know what I'm saying, or helping the linebackers, teaching them how to chop block a bitch. But other than that, hell no. What time is it? Boom. 614-781-0754. Remember, we got the bar fight segment coming up a little later, and I got 2 winners from last week. I wanted to jump into social studies, but my phone is acting up. You know what I'm saying? But give me a time.
It's an iPhone.
I know, man. These iPhones, man, I tell you, they some pieces of shit. You got a topic for me, love?
Yeah, about this voter. You know, the election just went down. And the thing that baffles me I have a different opinion about voting, first of all. I don't believe in voting. I believe that we shouldn't have to beg and plead and vote to be treated equally. What we need as a community to grow. So I don't partake in any election, and I have my reasons, but I'm not going to get into it. But I see a lot of people that are voters. They're highly, thought of Christians and all this, and they're slamming and bashing the ones like me that choose not to vote, that choose to exercise the right not to. I mean, I thought that's what our ancestors fought for.
Right.
Now, at this point in my life, I'm kind of feeling like Kaepernick and everybody else because I'm taking a stance to not have to vote who my master is or what my master allows me and my family to accept or receive. But yet you're sitting here talking about you stand with Kaepernick because of the police injustice. Okay, part of the injustice on Black people is systemic racism. It's systemic oppression, genocide. So these are the things that the government runs. These are the things that these politicians are in control of. And I shouldn't have to go into a church or a voting poll or booth and vote to say, well, I think we should allow our kids to play music 2 hours a day in school and learn about music notes and progression and keys and chords. Like, really?
So who in the room vote?
So does it not give you a voice in your community as well? Because I mean, nobody listens to the person who sits on the couch every day, but they feel as though they have a voice.
These politicians get paid to basically go whatever way that money is pointing.
Right. But there's a lot of money going a lot of different ways. You know what I'm saying? It's like going to court. Who's going to sit there and tell me I was guilty of speeding? You know what I mean? Just because you think that I was speeding, this guy clocked me. You know how that goes.
Do you know about the neighborhood Milo?
No.
Okay, you know about Milo. Milo is tore up, tore down, and left for dead. But you go 2 blocks over from Milo to the short north, and it's done up. It's just
But
decked
they
out.
remodeled Milo though.
Listen, this is where I'm going
Not
with it
all
though.
of it.
They had $8 million to put towards remodeling campus, Ohio State area, short north, but you have a neighborhood that's right next door to it that needs this money.
Right.
If you're going to put this $8 million to a community, why not put it towards the communities that need it? Not because it fits your tax bill or it puts money in your pocket and it's a tax cut, basically.
614-781-0754. When we come back, we're going to have the topic of the night. But first, last week, we had a bar fight. Lil M won. This is his new song, Hit Me a Lick. We'll be right back.
Slow down. You already know. Finna turn on one time for this. Yeah. Look.
I might go hit me a lick. I might just go hit me a lick. Count up all these bands and drop a rack right on my wrist. You see me up in traffic, whipping that Venice 06. You niggas salty as shit. I might just hit me a lick. I might go hit me a lick. I might just go hit me a lick. Count up all these bands and drop a rack right on my wrist. You see me up in traffic, whipping that Venice 06. You niggas salty as shit. I might just hit me a lick. I might just hit me a lick. Crossover grip what's on my hip. Rappers that say I'm the shit. All in their mouth like some spit. And that bitch playing my shit. I want this game I commit. Local rappers always quit. Always acting like some twits. See in public you a lick. I'ma start jugging and jugging and loading the stick. My homies know I don't crip, but I don't gang bang. That's for the fools and the kids. I'm out here just trying to live, and y'all be the fools. So I know you gonna fib, and y'all be flipping that chill. I'm sitting at home, chilling, right at the crib. Got a problem, load a clip, don't even trip. Then I'm pulling up on a kid. I might go hit me a lick, I might just go hit me a lick. Count up all these bands and drop a rack right on my wrist. You see me up in traffic, whipping that Venice 06. You niggas salty as shit. I might just hit me a lick. I might go hit me a lick. I might just go hit me a lick. Count up all these bands and drop a rack right on my wrist. You see me up in traffic, whooping that Venice 06. You niggas salty as shit. I might just hit me a lick.
Talking about licks, I'ma do it. I really got to it now. I'm the one that be flipping birds. I'm chilling up on the curb. Finally got hurt. Now all these hoes on my curb. I'm gonna give them the word. Hit all the nerves. Then back to the streets to go surf. These rappers say they be hurt. Cause they observe while I be putting in work.
I might just hit me a lick. I might go hit me and hit me and hit me a lick. I might just mount the bricks, stack up the chips, then run it up to the flips. You see my diamonds, they drip. I smoke legit. All these hoes, they say I'm lit. I will admit, I got some chicks and making more moves. I'm real shit. I might go hit me a lick. I might just go hit me a lick. Count up all these bands and drop a rack right on my wrist. You see me up in traffic, whipping that Venice 06. You niggas salty as shit. I might just hit me a lick. I might go hit me a lick. I might just go hit me a lick. Count up all these bands and drop a rack right on my wrist. You see me up in traffic, whipping that Venice 06. You niggas salty as shit. I might just hit me a lick. I might go hit me a lick. I might just go hit me a lick. I might go hit me a lick. I might go hit me a lick. I might just go hit me a lick. I might go hit me a lick. I might just go hit me a lick.
Back live, 614-781-0754. That was Little M with Hit Me a Lick. We're back, and I have the question of the night. Are y'all ready? Oh, shit, I ain't turning your mics on. Sorry. Hold on real quick. Let me go through this fucking iPhone real quick. Tell me a story, Goldie.
Tell you a story. Well, I missed traffic court this week. I had to go pay Yeah, I had to go pay a warrant off. I'm late with shit like
That's
that.
why your mustache growing back like that.
You know what? I almost
You look like
called,
after five and shit.
I almost said something.
That's fucked up.
You look after five growing out and shit.
No hate.
She ain't got no money.
So you have to point it out, Flair.
Oh, man,
Just because your shit got gaps, no.
Where it got gaps at?
It's a little.
Where the bell at?
Oh, that's a little design.
Where the bell at?
I don't know. I ain't got it this week.
Mhm. Conveniently.
This ain't my run.
Conveniently.
With that being said, I'm gonna jump into this motherfucking topic.
Is the iPhone working right?
Yeah, finally. How many of y'all are aware of the Community Initiative Act? Or the Community Safety Initiative?
The Jump Out Boys?
Basically.
Shut them down.
What about you, Jerry? You hip to that?
I think I heard of it, but I don't really, not really that hip.
I know all about it.
What is your definition of it?
Murderers, high horse, too much authority.
What is the true
Liars.
definition for the people that's from out of town?
The Summer Safety Initiative Program is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically the neighborhoods that they roll around and they troll,
Mm-hmm.
people call them the Jump Out Boys.
Okay.
Now, last summer, they killed a young man by the name of Henry Green.
Right.
Henry Green was not a threat to these people. These people jumped out a van on Henry and Henry's friend.
I heard he had a gun. He was showing him his new gun or something.
He was licensed to carry.
Okay.
These men jumped out of a van. Now they were plainclothes officers. Their badges were not outside of their shirt, privy to what you hear.
Mm-hmm. Basically, for everybody that's listening, that's what the Jump Out Boys, that's what the safety initiative is. It's a program where plainclothes officers can patrol urban neighborhoods. This is real.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can patrol urban neighborhoods. She took the long way around because I don't know why she forget we got Africans listening. Is where plainclothes officers can
But
patrol.
I got that out of her story.
I know, but it was long and drawn out. I just wanted to jump. I just wanted her to hit the part about their plainclothes officers. Okay. Mayor Ginther is getting rid of this program. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like this program was racist from the beginning?
Yes.
Why?
It's aimed towards Black communities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's it.
Right.
What about you, Jerry? Feel like it's a racist program?
Yeah, I mean, racial profiling with the police has been going on forever. It gives them a reason to do some shit.
This is a stupid question, but I'm gonna ask it. Is there a pro and a con of racial profiling? Meaning, if the police fuck with people that, because racial profiling is basically a stereotype. They fuck with people that fits the stereotype of a color or race. So, do you feel like there's a pro and con of being racially profiled in a certain area? Like if you lived in the hood and the police fuck with the niggas that look and fit the description, is that good or bad? Meaning in an area. Because most of the time, the ones that's, I ain't trying to sound like a coon, but they all follow and look the same.
I'm about to say you sound
like one.
No, I'm saying, okay, let's say you live in the hood.
Right.
And it's a dope house that's next door. But the police always jumping out on the same motherfuckers that look like them niggas that got the dope house next door, even if they in the same area. Is that good or bad for the community?
That's bad.
So you don't feel like they're doing their job by at least finding out who these people are?
If they're, first of all, the community, most of the boys in a certain age group, they all look the same. They dress the same.
I agree.
That doesn't make them a thug or anything. Some of them are in college. Some of them are in high school, different kids.
But that's why I asked, was there a pro and a con of this program?
That's a con because...
So it's con. You're across the board. You're saying it's a con that they put these...
There are no pros to this program.
Yeah.
But what about for the older people that feel like, okay, let's say y'all are older. Your grandma stayed, let's say, on 11th. And all they do is shoot and sell drugs. You don't feel like that's good to have this program in that community?
Listen.
Just answer the question. I'm trying to look at from every aspect.
That's not helping anything.
Yeah, it's not helping.
How's it not helping that the police is out there?
Because they're aiming towards people
in that neighborhood.
Just because they look a certain way.
Listen.
No, I'm not saying. Well, yeah.
Yes, you are. Right. You cooning, nigga.
Listen, if they were out there in the neighborhood to know the neighborhood, become one with the neighborhood, be there to be friends and learn the neighborhood, we wouldn't have a problem. But see,
So-
they come looking for a problem.
But what can they do to restore trust in the community?
That's tearing down the whole house of white
How about take the
supremacy.
aggression down a little bit?
No, they need to be retrained.
They need to just jumping out of motherfuckers and hopping on them real quick.
The Summer Safety Initiative is now done and over with. It's done. It's over not because Mayor Ginther.
Well, he's
Let me
in
put
it.
that. No. The reason why Mayor Ginther with his punk ass ended that shit is because People's Justice Project, my crew with Jerron Thomas, shout out to Weeze and all them, Baby Phil, we rallied, we marched, we protested for a year straight, went to city council every week.
I don't feel like it stopped because of that, because at the end of the day, it was only one murder off of the whole program.
No. It was not just one murder.
The only one I heard about is Henry Green. That's
Jerron
all.
Thomas. Henry Green.
Where did Jerron Thomas get killed at?
He got killed right across the street from my house, off of Oakland Park in Linden.
I ain't hear about
It's
that
in
one.
Linden.
I gotta look
The
that one
Linden-
up. The only one I heard about that was their program that plainclothes officers shot a
Listen,
man was Henry Green.
Timothy Davis. We seen him get beat on video at Jaquetta's. Those were the jump out boys you seen right there with plain clothes on that were beating the shit out of that man and has now disabled that man for the rest of his life.
This is the thing though. They're saying he stopped it because he felt like it wasn't a good interest and they need to gain more respect from the community. With that being said, like, I'm trying to figure out why at the end of the day, the key is he's asking for $2 million to get more uniform cops in them areas, the bad urban areas, and to pay them overtime. How do you feel about that? That's coming out your money.
I feel he's pandering because it's election time and we never see these politicians any other time, any other season until it's 2 to 3 months before election time.
But does that make you feel comfortable that you got that money is coming out of your taxes?
No, it does
that
not,
$2 million.
because that means another unarmed black person is going to die
on overtime. Their overtime
and paid vacation.
That's what they get. That's how they do it. Not that's what they get the people that get killed, but that's how they do it. What I want to know, another one is, do you feel like more people need to, I guess, start like more block watches or something for that community?
Yeah.
Certain communities?
I think the community needs to.
What about
there.
this no snitch law though?
Fuck that shit.
But that's what they go by.
I'm saying, but you also.
How you gonna restore order in the community if you don't talk to the police?
We don't. Okay, listen. The only time the police should be called is to come pick up a body. Because if the police come in an aggressive situation, they're coming to also add more aggression. So we need to formulate a community of people that are willing to watch their neighborhoods. Everybody's always claiming that's my hood. I rap this hood, but what y'all doing for y'all's hood? Y'all ain't doing shit but playing PlayStation in the house, going to the club, repping a hood that you ain't doing shit for.
Okay, with that being said, them repping a club and repping a hood and all that shit, repping all these streets and shit, because there's a lot of fake gang members out here, but they represent their street. With that being said, who you feel poses the most the threat? The police or the youth?
Social media.
So you're going with the youth? So if we know that area is fucked up, why are we have a problem with the police being in there? Having a heavy presence.
What are we doing to fix the neighborhood?
I don't know what they're
We
doing.
ain't doing shit to fix the neighborhood.
I feel like they need to build more rec centers geared around the youth.
They shut down the rec centers.
I know, but that was another thing that they wanted. The city is giving him 1.8, but he's asking for more 2 point.
He's not putting any of that into our neighborhoods, baby.
I thought you told me they're paying the cops overtime for that.
The 2 million, the 1.8 is appointed. Like they give you the 1.8 as a
right,
not a grant. They're funding it basically. You know what I'm saying? The city's funding this. The 1.8 that's supposed to go to the rec centers and all that shit. But he's asking for 2 million separately to put into more uniform cops training, intervention training, and stuff like that. And then you know what I'm saying to give them overtime.
The Jerron Thomas Foundation is derivative, is the reason why they are doing this, because Jerron Thomas was a mentally ill man who called for help and ended up getting beaten into a coma to dying a week later. So that's what the Jerron Thomas Foundation was derivative around, fighting for the training,
right?
CIT training, crisis intervention training. We need to get more training because they don't have that many officers at precincts every day, but they have an escalated number of calls for mental health crisis. So we've this out here working is not wanting to do it because they don't want to get out there and do that work.
So what is that's what I'm not understanding. Like, you have a problem with the police presence, but they're not helping the solution. They're the problem and the cause. You see what I'm saying?
A person like me, y'all seen what I did with the whole legal lean and kush cake things. Nobody came through, nobody showed up. But the video got like 9,000 views and everybody got something to say and was mad and everything.
Okay, speaking of you, what can the cops do to work better with a person like you? You know what I'm saying? That has these same type of views.
Have you reached out to the police? To, like, you know what I'm saying?
The police have already got it in their minds that they're not willing to work with the community because this is what I do. I am an advocate.
So why don't you record stuff like that where they're turning down the help? Like, okay, like city council's meeting is next Thursday. Are you gonna go down there and record them and telling them what we need in the community?
We do that. If you go.
No, I'm saying, are you recording stuff like that?
They do that. Mm-hmm. Yes, we have recordings every week. Somebody within the community activists, because there's a lot of us.
Right.
There's probably 5 or 6 people in there recording it.
So you feel more comfortable without having a police presence if you stay in the hood?
Yes, because right now the police are.
I wouldn't, because I don't want nobody shooting at me, shooting at my kids.
The police shoot at you and your kids.
They don't do it like the hood niggas do.
Tyree King was 13 years old, got shot in the back of the head and in the back, running away from the police.
But we heard he robbed somebody.
He was suspected. You need to do your research.
Because I did do my research.
Listen, because what they put out on the media is not going to be everything of the story. Now, if you do your research, mm-hmm. it was shown that he was not one of the people that had robbed somebody.
But my point is,
that was a cover-up.
My point is, even if it was a cover, but what I'm saying is, even if it was a cover-up, that's why he got shot.
Listen,
you see what I'm saying?
Sweetheart, if a 13-year-old boy cannot play outside with a BB gun, see the police and turn to run away and lose his life because he's running away, you're cool.
That's always been. That could have happened in the 80s, though, love.
So you're cool. You're more cool with the police coming in and killing your people than
what I'm saying is, if you got a BB gun, if you rob me with a BB gun and try to run, I'm going to shoot you.
But I'm saying,
if I say, oh damn, that ain't no real gun, and you start running, I'm gonna shoot you in the back of your head.
If my son,
I'm not gonna run you down, fight you.
If my son is outside playing with a BB gun, he is doing what a 13-year-old boy does.
Okay, so when they said they told him to put the gun down and he didn't,
because a police officer feels threatened, as they always say, or he posed a threat.
What would you have done in that situation? Let's go there.
I would have went to jail.
No, if you was a cop and this little boy is running with a BB gun, and you have orders to take a motherfucker down when they're a threat, you would have said, "No, baby, put the gun down." No, you would have shot his little black ass. No, that's what you would have done. You're not gonna talk it out. They don't do that.
Listen. When I see a child, I know a child.
Exactly.
I'm not going. Listen. If I see a child running away, that does not mean pull my weapon and fire. I can chase that little boy, or he will be caught, but he's going to live. He can go home and tell about it. He'll get caught. A criminal.
He was a small child. He wasn't no big teenage boy. He was a little 13-year-old.
He wasn't no thug.
Right.
He was a little boy.
All I can go off of the shit I heard. So that's why people like you are on the show, so you can tell that. But at the end of the day, I understand that. I'm not arguing about or debating that it didn't happen. What I'm saying is the stuff I heard, it sounded like it was a good shot. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm not talking it out with nobody if you got a gun. If I tell you to put that motherfucker down, you getting shot if you don't.
Listen, they said Jerron Thomas died of an accidental overdose.
Mm-hmm. Who's Jerron Thomas? I don't understand.
Jerron Thomas.
That was here?
January 14th at 11:58 p.m. Jerron Thomas called 911 for help because he has schizophrenia. Okay. And it's the same thing he's done 8-9 times before. He called for help. Instead of them sending an ambulance to take him to net care like they always do, they sent officers, rookie officers. And when they got there, next thing you know, Jerron Thomas is beaten to death,
right,
stripped of his clothes, and ended up in a coma in a hospital. And then on the 24th,
that's the one that they took.
23rd, he died from his injuries. He died because he had a bruised sternum. He had broken ribs. He had bruises.
Is that the one that died in the hospital?
Yes.
The one that they took to the hospital?
Yes.
And he succumbed from.
See, now that's what I'm saying. The story I heard was he pulled a gun out in the hospital.
No, what?
What?
Yeah, that's what I heard. That was on the news.
Story.
That was on the news.
That's a different
They said
story.
That's
not Jerron Thomas.
Oh, you know which one I'm talking about, though?
I know which one you're talking about. It was a crazy man that was
Yeah,
in the hospital smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, and then they killed him. That's what I thought you were talking about.
No,
I never
this
remember
man
that
Shit.
one.
This man was at his home
Yeah.
and called for help
Mhm.
and ended up with a death certificate.
So,
He was not combative. They heard the 911 call that he made. He was talking calmly and politely. He said he had took some drugs and he just felt like somebody's trying to kill him.
so why don't you tell the youth what they can do differently to bring, you know what I'm saying, bring some closure to this cop blackmail misunderstanding?
It's not the youth that I need to talk to.
Do you need to talk to the parents?
I need to talk to the city, the cops, because
It's everybody. It ain't just the cops.
Listen, because we as parents need to do that.
Yeah.
We need to parent and maintain and teach and guide our own children. So that's not my job.
Yeah.
My job is if you have broken your child so much that you have lost your child, I'm going to be there to try to bring your child back up and let your child know that they are worth more than what they feel.
So there's nothing you can do starting at the root?
It's like I said, you got to tear down a whole house of white supremacy in order for them cops.
What can you do right now? Let's say I give you the neighborhood house for one Saturday night, one Saturday. What can you do in the community that'll bring both sides together and have a better understanding?
Okay.
Because I'm thinking, honestly, you're sitting here blaming like white supremacy and stuff like that. I blame rap music. You see what I'm saying? I think today's rap music make you rebellious.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. I went to the store. This was about a month
They was
ago.
about to agree though, because they buddies
yeah.
and shit. They about to disagree.
I'm driving about a month ago. I
seen it. I watched everything. Y'all about to disagree. Go ahead though.
I see these two little boys. They're about 13-ish, riding on their bikes in a little plaza. They got like little fake guns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I see the cops on the other side of the plaza. These little dudes just take their gun and just point it directly at the cops. I'm like, oh shit, because I was about to bust a Yui. Try to block the view. I don't even know these little kids. Like, no, don't do that. I was about to turn to that old man. We're like, don't do that. Next thing you know, cops turn their car with vroom. You know what I'm saying? Busted a Yui. I mean, they was cool though, but the kids was spooked. You know what I'm saying?
But what kind of gun was it? Was it colorful?
It's not the cops' fault that those kids did that. What if, you know what I'm saying? What were they supposed to do? They did the right thing, obviously.
I'm saying if they point the gun at you, then yes, you have to take on. I mean,
but I'm saying that. But like you said, you got to tear the whole root down, and sometimes the root, it ain't the cops, it's the upbringing of these kids. Sometimes, what kid? I ain't never had a fake gun and pointed at the police. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to be funny.
And I didn't listen to music to motivate me when I was growing up. When I was growing up, rap wasn't the number one music. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't in the 80s. It wasn't. You listen to like Phil Collins, Daryl Hall, John O, shit like that.
No.
Yeah. We ain't had no rap channel. Never rap channel. Hold on, wait. Where the bell at, Nene? Because I'm gonna see if she get a bell.
No.
What was the rap channel in the 80s?
Jukebox.
Went to late.
That was the late. I said in the 80s when you was growing up. When you was 10.
It's like early 90s.
When you was 10, it went on goddamn jukebox.
Yes, it was.
Where? In Columbus?
Yes.
What the fuck is a jukebox anyway?
It's a music channel that you could call in and
request.
Order. Yes.
That ain't had no damn rap. That ain't had no rap. That ain't had no rap in the 80s. The only rap song you heard in the 80s was a WVKO, and you heard Salt and Pepper and LL Cool J.
Now listen.
You had to buy rap through Columbia House.
No. Because
it wasn't on TV.
Like you said, rap is so influential today. It was also influential back then, except for back then it was all about sex, money, hoes, and clothes. Now it's about drugs, sex, hoes, and clothes.
Nah, back in my days it was about dancing and having fun. I grew up on Hammer, Vanilla Ice, motherfucker. Huh?
Who's Luke?
But Luke came out later on, though.
No, baby, that was like 86, 87, 88.
No, that was like 92. That was around NWA time.
You're talking about the extremes, though. Luke, Too Short. There's also some extremes to everything.
Same things. I mean,
yeah,
but they weren't to be.
Drugs,
they weren't
glorifying
But they didn't know to be the best rappers, the best.
They wasn't at all.
They wasn't at all entertaining.
And then at the end of the day, they wasn't bigger than the Fat Boys. They never cussed or said nothing about that shit. Heavy D, he never cussed or said nothing about that. So that's the people we listen to. Them was the hot rappers, KRS-One and all them. You see what I'm saying? Rakim, he didn't cuss. But they listen to Future and 21 Savage. They want to hear shit that makes them feel rebellious. Like, fuck the police. That's all we had.
Papa Zan, Papa Perk.
That's all we had.
I'm saying we had all of those.
No, we only had one group saying it. It was NWA saying fuck the police. And in the fucking video, they was getting beat up. That's why they said it. No, they was just saying straight.
2 Live Crew was
Public
even
Enemy.
against the police.
Thank you.
Where?
2 Live Crew had to go against the Supreme Court. They had
y'all don't got y'all hip hop history down. They was not against the police.
You need to brush up.
What was the what was the 2 Live Crew story about?
They were because they were
their censorship.
Yeah,
okay, so what the fuck they got to do with the police? What does that have to do with the police?
They started getting fucked with at their shows.
Yeah, the police
were
because they was getting their dick sucked on stage. That's why I said you don't know nothing.
It wasn't.
You know what?
It was because
they was getting their dick sucked on stage. That's why they was getting fucked with at their show.
They were getting carried off the stage just for rapping lyrics.
It was, and this is the song.
Yeah.
No, look.
But the police that has nothing to do with the police.
Yes, it does. If you're getting arrested, the police are
no.
You about
wait, love. Wait.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying.
Bust your bubble
go ahead.
Here. I used to do choreography for 2 Live Crew in 2000 and 2001. So let me learn you something, my brother. 2 Live Crew got fucked up because of the song "Pop That Pussy," because the police and Supreme Court thought it was indecent proposal and that they were a nuisance because every time they got on stage singing that song, women would get up there and pop that what?
Okay, but what does that have to do with a difference in? No, what I'm saying is, what does that have to do with the difference in NWA saying "fuck the police"?
Because NWA was saying "fuck the police"
because they were getting beat up in an urban community.
Okay, listen.
You're talking about somebody soliciting sex.
No,
I'm talking about somebody getting beat up by the police for being black.
2 Live Crew was trying. They were trying to censor them.
Okay,
that is why 2 Live.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Let's agree and disagree. How many rappers in the 80s or how many rappers you grew up with talked about sex, money, and murder?
Shit, every damn one of them. I mean,
name 3.
50-50.
Name 3 in the 80s /90 between 88. Well, you a little older. We'll say 85.
Snoop Dogg. Crucial Conflict.
Man, that was in the 96 and shit, man.
Did you say 80s and 90s?
About 95.
Crucial Conflict.
I said 80s.
I'm saying Crucial Conflict.
They was not in the 80s.
Smoking on hay.
Nigga, that was like 2000.
No, it was 90.
No, that was like 2000. Look it up, Goldie.
No,
we were in like high school. Man.
I think that was like
I was in the 7th grade. That was in 96.
I bet it wasn't.
Yeah, I bet it was.
I'm about to look it up.
I say, but
I just started driving.
That's talking about smoking weed though. You know what I'm saying? Smoking on hay. We had gangster rap. But what I'm saying is, in the early 80s, what I grew up with, the initial question was, what did you grow up listening to that made you feel rebellious? You couldn't name one. You said fucking Luke.
No, I did not say Luke.
So who did you grow up listening to that made you feel rebellious?
Onyx.
Oh my God. When did you start listening to rap? This is all early mid-90s shit.
I do music. So
when did you start?
I grew up on Ashford and Simpson.
It was 1996.
Thank you.
For who?
Crucial Conflict.
Okay, but how old was you in 96? You didn't grow up on it.
I was
7, 8 years old.
You was what?
I was about 8 years old.
How old are you?
I mean, not 90. I was about 16 years old.
What the fuck?
I'm thinking 86.
Yeah, in 86, what'd you listen to?
In 86, shit, I was on jukebox. I was listening to what was it? Phase. Who sung Cold Sweat? Your love has got me in a cold sweat.
I don't know.
Don't try to plug yourself.
Right. Talk about she choreographed that too. But now, for us, me, like, I ain't grow up, I ain't listen to music like that. But you gotta think, all the music out now is for you to feel you don't want to get along with people. You don't want to get along with niggas in the club. You don't want to get along with the police. You don't want to get along with niggas in another city. Like, that's how the music is now.
But we had Yo-Yo. You can't play with my yo.
That's all party music. Why y'all keep reaching with party music?
She was rebellious.
Look, he calls it party music because that's what he was hit to. But now the stuff because he's an old ass man.
She said, "Don't try to play me out." She wasn't talking about. That's what I'm saying. She wasn't talking about guns and stuff in that song. You see what I'm saying? It was so much stuff you could say then. It was the only song they put on the radio,
that was
TV
the
to promote it.
Commercial song that
exactly.
She did
commercial
talk about guns and shit.
No, but what I'm trying to say is the commercial songs now are violent songs. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Back then, they didn't put those kind of songs. It was all party songs, all radio songs back in the day that you listen to on the radio. Now they put shit on there talking about popping lean and a bitch being bad and bougie and all this other bullshit. Like they make negative music to put on the radio. Now, if you ain't negative, you don't get on the radio. That's how they feel now. So where do you start to tell them, like, you know what I'm saying? How do you change that, love?
But I'm saying I wasn't exposed to that music until I started searching.
You guys didn't get exposed to 96 because I asked you what you grew up on and you said some damn Onyx and Crucial Conflict. The fuck?
But that's I was
you would have won an argument if you said Top Authority because they came out before they did.
I'm saying because like I said, I wasn't exposed until I was old enough to look for it myself.
But these kids is 14, 13 doing this.
See, like I said, it's all about your parenting. Right. My parents listened to Najee and Rochelle Farrell and Will Downing and you know what I'm saying, jazz and R&B and soul. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until I moved with my grandfather and grandmother with my older sisters, it was like, oh shit, what the hell? Oh, they got some with Boys to Men. Oh shit, we got some shit I can gyrate to, and I was like, oh. But I wouldn't do it in front of my mama because my mom was smack.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't grow up listening to that kind of stuff. Like I grew up listening to Phil Collins, Daryl Hall, shit like that. That's what was on the main radio station, unless you had WVKO and you listened to it on AM.
It wasn't to the mid '80s that they was really starting to put us out on the radio.
I know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But you got to think. I was born in '79, so from '81 all the way up, we didn't have hip hop we was listening to. You see what I'm saying? You listen to LL, you know what I'm saying? You seen LL on TV. You seen Salt and Pepper. That's it.
We had the hip hop.
Man, I never liked that fucking whack ass song.
We had plenty of music to go off of.
No, what I'm saying is on the radio, love. I'm saying on radio and TV.
They wasn't playing us.
That's what I'm saying. But go on radio and TV now. You seeing bitches popping the pussy. Right. You know what I'm saying? And white people don't get it twisted. Y'all get away with this shit. No, but what they do is they show a bunch of titties and dirty ass trucks and fucked up boots. You know what I'm saying? Shit. That's what they do. But when we do it, popping asses and all the other shit, you know what I'm saying?
Branded up.
But I think, like I said, and I tell a lot of people, don't feel like you need a label to get out there and rapping, because a lot of times the label is planting these seeds. They'll put a retarded motherfucker out there talking about shooting up the cops. That's who everybody wants to be like because he got a Ferrari and a fucking chopper.
Let me tell you something.
You see what I'm saying?
Conflict creates cash. Controversy is the ultimate cash cow in the entertainment business ever. As long as your name is in them bright lights, you doing something right, whether it's good or bad.
With that being said, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with the relationship topics of the night.
Baby, light up, diamond in the rough, money like a drug, I ain't high enough. Baby, light up, diamond in the rough, money like a drug, I ain't high enough. Light it up, baby, light it up, light enough for me to find a diamond in the rough. I become addicted to the money like a drug. Let me hit it one more time, cause I ain't high enough. Light it up, baby, light it up. Bright enough for me to find a diamond in the rough. I become addicted to the money like a drug. Let me hit it one more time, cause I ain't high enough. Light it up, baby, light it up. We hit a 10, now we cannot get it on. We coming on, you know what's on. We won't respect it, you ain't gonna show it now. I keep your business going, I got faith and occupation since you put it on your night. I ain't got time for presentation, and my team been working on building it up from the basement. You work different, working more time all the time to pay And it's like, shit, that the bullshit shit we doing on the daily got me crazy, but it maybe I'm just saying, maybe. If it ain't bring me in, you might have made me in. You know to break me when I so resilient. I want to love it like the only thing that made it line. Talking about it now, I told them now we gotta shine. I ain't necessary for my adversary. And I am betting that illuminate. Brain is fun, starting making money now, I cannot get enough. I treat success like a drug, listen up, just light it up, baby, light it up. Light it up for me to find a diamond in the rough. I become addicted to the money like a drug. Let me hit it one more time, cause I ain't high enough. Light it up, baby, light it up. Light it up for me to find a diamond in the rough. I become addicted to the money like a drug. Let me hit it one more time, cause I ain't high enough. Light it up, baby, light it up. Light it up for me to find a diamond in the rough. Problematic. This money is a drug. Let me hit it one more time, I ain't high enough. She ain't fake, she ain't showing on the level. She won't bend her over, Jimmy Choo. Just some liquor when they pull up, they just wanna flex. Fucking up a check, they don't wanna fuck with fresh. They so wet, so thirsty. I give them more when I was working in the kitchen. Even work, pussy now work. You won't have to hurt me, these haters don't concern me, just serve me. I need a diamond in the rough, broken set of block, really how it look. So I'ma let it up, fake it like a drug. Tell me that we should have given life like a plug. Fuck it up, they just wanna flag, they just wanna fucking up a check, they just wanna fuck with fresh, they so wet, so wet, throw in my flag. Fucking up a check, they just wanna fuck with fresh. I want you to light it up, baby, light it up. Light it up for me to find a diamond in the rough. I become addicted to the money like a drug. Let me hit it one more time, cause I ain't high enough. Light it up, baby, light it up. Light it up for me to find a diamond in the rough. I become addicted to the money like a drug. Let me hit it one more time, cause I ain't high enough.
614-781-075. Matter of fact, love, go ahead and bring it in.
Yeah, bitch. Say no. Hey, we got a relationship topic up in this motherfucker.
What is it?
I'm saying,
You got one? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm saying, if you want to take it, I mean, you know, I always got.
I got. Okay, well, let me do mine first, and then you do yours. Okay, we're gonna go around the table, and I want y'all honest opinion. Don't
honest opinion.
Yeah, I don't want y'all be trying to like buddy and all that other bullshit, pipe riding and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Politically correct.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Quit worrying about who the fuck listening. Just tell the motherfuckers how it is. Okay, boom. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
This question really that serious, but I just thought I'd throw that out there. If you're in a relationship and your family tradition is to say, okay, say Goldie's family tradition is everybody's name, all the people in her family's name start with an S. She meets a guy.
Mine start with J's.
Okay, your R start with D.
Okay.
If y'all got together, whose family tradition do you follow? If y'all was to have a child together, is it the woman's or the male's? For the people that's listening, hold on. For the people that's listening, basically what I want to know is if your family has a certain letter that represents your family and someone in the opposite has a certain letter that represents their family, whose call is it to name that baby? Or whose family tradition do you follow? Go ahead, Goldie.
I think if it's a boy, I would let the man, you go ahead and do it. If it's a girl, I'm giving her an S for say.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
What about you, Jay?
I say it comes down to making it whatever one you come up with the better name that you guys like. You know what I'm saying? If I can come up like if I have a girl, I don't have a name for a boy. I have a name for a girl. You know what I'm saying? So whoever picks a better name gets to win.
So when you want, say if it's a boy, you wouldn't want your junior to be named exactly after you?
No, I don't like my name. My name's cool. I mean, but there's just so many Jasons. You know
right. I just feel like I would be like, I would let the woman pick the name if it was a girl. No, I'll let the woman pick the name, honestly. As long as I got the last name.
I think we just got to co-sign on the name. Everybody has to be able to agree.
Like she can pick like if all her family is S's or all her family is A's, like go ahead and name her Ariana Smith. You see what I'm saying? As long as it's the last name is my last name, I don't care. But a lot of times, like y'all niggas, y'all be wanting names and then y'all be leaving the bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all can't be doing that shit. You know what I mean? I got another question though.
Let didn't answer. Did you answer?
Go ahead. But I got another question before I forget. Go ahead.
I say, me personally, I would compromise and we would both pick the name. You know what I'm saying? It could be like maybe his letter would be the first name and then my letter would be the second name. And then, you know, we would have the option to call them by their nickname or their first name. So
that's what I'm saying. Obviously, the loser, I don't call it loser. The loser gets the middle. You know what I'm saying? Gets to pick the middle name.
Loser over it. I wouldn't say my child name is a loser. Like
I'm just saying, but I'm saying you throw two names in the hat, you happen to win, you get your daughter's name to be able to whatever you pick. At least the dad gets to have the middle name. Granted, he is the loser. I don't want to call him a loser, but he happened to.
I'm saying, even though the loser mentality isn't in there, but if that was done, wouldn't it still create a fact of resentment on one of the
not really
losing parent? Because
not really, because I come from a family with the names like that, and I'm willing to bow down because I understand it's a tradition, and I know we got two going head and head. There's no point in fighting over it as long as I'm going to have a middle name and I can call her or him that name. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I agree with what you were saying, but I called the guy a loser. I don't know if are the winner. There's no winner and losers, but I'm just saying.
Well, Love, you got another one?
He forgot his question.
Right.
No, that was my question. I said I was gonna go first. Did she go?
You said you had another one. You said before I forget.
No, I'm gonna save it for hypotheticals. I'm gonna save it for hypotheticals because I don't want to like do an extra one. Then we run over time. Go ahead.
Well, as far as relationships are going nowadays. Is marriage dead now? I mean, is everybody happy with being in like a love triangle with the husband, wife, and side piece?
I think marriage is a challenge for a side nigga. That's all it is. Marriage is fake. Love is a word. And life is moments.
Is that why you're single now?
Actually, I'm single because I feel like if I do fall in love with a bitch, I think she's going to be karma. Like all the niggas bitches I done fucked. Shit like that. I think somebody might fuck my bitch, the one I actually fall in love with.
Maybe that is your karma because you keep fucking with bitches. Get you a woman. Get you a queen.
They all bitches still.
No, baby. A queen is a hell of a lot different than a bitch.
That's in your queendom. My kingdom. The bitch barefoot and pregnant.
You ain't right.
He will be an old cat man.
I'm gonna be an old pit bull man with some bitches.
Shit. Here's the demographic of women.
Right.
You don't even know my demographic of women. Y'all see what I want y'all to see. That's it. You don't see my
what we see isn't part of the demographic.
We can
yeah, you don't see it. You just hear me talk. That's all. You don't see me with a woman at Easter.
I know I haven't seen you with a woman. But
okay, so how you gonna just say my demographic? You don't even know if I really fuck with her rats. I might only fuck with white bitches. You ain't never seen none of my girls.
No, you don't fuck with white bitches.
I fuck them, but I haven't ever dated one.
I've seen
some what?
Some women that you.
Who? None.
Yes, I have.
Who? Name them. Go on my page and name them.
I wouldn't even do that to them.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm saying go on my page. Go on my page and show me who I messed with on my page. Nah, she just show up. You got another question? Well, go around the table, yo. Jason, what you think about it?
What was the question?
The marriage.
Oh. Yeah, for a lot of people, for over 80% of people, and that's pretty. That's
I'll
really
make a
bad.
collage.
Go ahead. What you say?
She said she gonna make a collage of his bitches.
Oh, okay. That's how they got.
That'd be sweet.
Got that app, huh? That's sweet. But no, I think in a lot of relationships it is because people are afraid. I mean, going through a divorce is a lot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody goes into marriage thinking they're gonna fail anyway half the time. That's not good. I don't know. I just think it's dead. Like 80% of people. I believe in marriage still, so that's all that really matters to me. But
I believe in it too. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna get married and somebody fuck my bitch because I'm been fucking up. Like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's why you have to choose right. You just don't get married to the first person you feel strong feelings for.
You shouldn't worry about that.
I do though, because I fucked so many women that had somebody that I feel like it's gonna happen to me eventually. You know what I'm saying?
But you just haven't met the one. You're not married, so you haven't met the one that was really.
I would, but just think if y'all not understand what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, I find that one and it don't be that one. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm just saying, time ain't up yet, bro. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna wait till I'm about like 50 and get a little 25-year-old.
It doesn't matter. It don't matter, but it might happen. So I'm just saying.
See, this is how I feel about it.
By that time, that's what you want. She's gonna end up fucking around on you.
I feel people fuck up marriage.
Really?
Right, karma.
Karma.
People fuck up marriage when they start thinking that marriage means boundaries and life is over and it's a lockdown penitentiary sentence. Because marriage, the reason why I got married was because I wanted to have the freedom to explore and do more in life.
You wanted to twerk.
Listen, when them doors close with me and my honey behind, I do whatever the fuck he wants.
Is this something
to
you do different to your husband that you didn't do with other men? Like as far as in marriage, like it's something that you experimented with that you thought you'd never do?
I'm saying before I ever got married, I wasn't the type to
go all out.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't drop $500 or $600 on just a 2-day weekend. Or just, you know what I'm saying, have gifts pop up at the house. And you know what I'm saying? We both spoil each other. And it's always, you know what I'm saying? It's never the same old routine. So it's not about you being constricted or held back. It's about you being able to be more open and be more exploring. Because now you have somebody that you can travel the world with and create a foundation with and build an empire with and build a legacy with. These are things that people need to look up to. But now people think, oh, I get married, I'm gonna be locked down, and you're gonna be telling me what to do and nagging me all the time. No, that's not what marriage is about. Marriage is about combining your worlds together, not one person taking over your world.
What? I got a question, fuck it. And then we're gonna jump into the bar fight. What is something that you liked in your first love that you don't like in a people or person now? Like, what did you like in your first love that you don't like in men now? Love?
I can't even remember my first love. That nigga obsolete.
All right. What about you, Jay?
I don't know, man. That's kind of
deep, wasn't it?
I mean, I don't want to talk deep. I'm just saying.
You get my piece. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying. My husband.
That's all she wanted to say too, but she didn't know how to say it. She just said, "I don't know the nigga." Like that's it.
I'm saying though because that was
okay. Well, for the person that you do remember the second love, like what did you like in him that you don't like in men now?
I don't see none of them niggas.
Oh God! Thanks for joining the radio.
I can't pick anything. Because that girl,
because with a girl, like she can like a drug dealer type of man, but now she don't like that in a man. You see what I'm saying? Like, what did you like in your first love?
If you had growth, I mean, shit. I mean, if that's what it is, I mean, he was young and dumb. So was I, and we was compatible because we both was young and dumb.
And we grew, and I grew from it, and it's just like I can't think of anything. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
So you don't know? I stumped him. I stumped him.
That's not a hard question. I think that's just an empty question.
No, it's not empty. It's what do you like? I can give you some examples. Like I said,
yeah, there you go. That might
like saying a drug.
The energy that they had back then.
It can also be chivalry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, like men act like they being, you know what I'm saying, showing chivalry, but they want something in return. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it can be different stuff. Like me, going back to bitches. The bitches. I like that my first love used to lie and I would catch her. It was like a cat and mouse kind of thing, but I don't want that in a woman now. But I was young and dumb then.
Wait. Can you please explain that to us?
Like just lying.
The lies?
Yeah. Okay, like
cat and mouse though. Like,
yeah, okay. I'll give you an example. Like I always believed my girlfriend had real hair until she sucked my dick and I seen the tracks. You see what I'm saying? Like, and then I eventually was like, damn, like this bitch would rather sit here and lie than just say she bald headed. Like,
was it raggedy?
No, it was just you seen it. Like maybe it was 3 days loose. I don't know.
3 days. Damn.
I just seen the tracks. You gotta think this is like the 90s, baby. Like come on now, early 90s at that.
They weren't as tight back then with it.
Oh, it was
maybe it was tight, but I caught her on a tail end of the week or two.
Nah, but that was a homemade hairdo.
What?
Right, what did you do when you
leave that woman alone, man?
What did you do?
Nah, I patted her head. I patted her head for real, like real shit. I patted her head because I wanted to see if it was. No, I didn't scratch it. I patted it.
That's how you scratch it.
No, I patted to see if it was gonna like loosen up some more. That's why I patted it. Like I want to see if it was gonna loosen up some more.
You would have never got no more head if it came loose
or ass.
But it's different stuff. Like okay. Let me think of something else that women do. Hold on, wait.
When she lied to you.
Yeah, the lion one. The lion one.
Like, what the hell?
What you said? You want me to elaborate on that one?
No, I'm just
Oh.
saying. Give me another one because
Another one that I like in women. I don't.
She probably fell in love.
I don't like bitches that always want to have sex raw for real. Like you can meet a girl and you might want to fuck her raw, but when you're younger, you might do the shit because it wasn't all this other bullshit like blue taco and all that other shit out that's out now. You know what I'm saying? You caught crabs.
Blue waffle.
Yeah, you caught crabs, gonorrhea. You went to the doctor, got it fixed. Now these motherfuckers got shit that won't open your eyes at night and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't drive with an STD type shit. But my point is, then I would like to just like if a bitch was like, yeah, you can take the condom off or whatever. Now I don't want a bitch like that.
What's the point of ever putting
first night though? I'm saying like I don't want a hoe on the first night no more.
But I'm saying if
I just went around it like love be doing. I don't want a hoe first night.
Well, taking condoms off though.
There's girls out there that's like that don't wear condoms.
Maturing.
It's girls that don't wear condoms, especially the older women. They don't wear condoms.
When I was younger, I was like, no.
When I was younger, the girls did it. They didn't care. If they liked you, they wasn't even thinking about it.
They probably gave you some like trichomonia or something.
I got burned before, but I got rid of this shit. Actually, me and my brother, we both fucked the same damn bitch and had the same shit for real. That shit crazy. Yeah, he fucked her. And then I ended up fucking her 2 weeks later, you know what I'm saying? And then we both ended up having the same shit. But we ended up going to the doctor, so I don't know if anybody else got that shit. Because he came to me and was like, hey, bro, can I talk to you? You know, so I'm like, yeah, what's up? So he told me what happened, you know what I'm saying? With the symptoms he was having. I was like, nigga, me too. You know what I'm saying? So look. So I went with him to the clinic first to see what he had, just in case I could like deny this shit. Like you had it, but I didn't. But kind of find out we had the same shit. It was like the first stages of gonorrhea, but it was called like NGU or some dumb shit.
Who in the?
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, it was like the first stages of gonorrhea. It's called NGU, and
what is that? Break it down. NGU.
I don't know. You know they use some big ass words. That was acronym for it though. But this is gonna say the first stage of gonorrhea. But it's not gonorrhea. It's like the first stages of it. But
so it's like a latent stage or something.
I don't know. I was young. But yeah, all you had to do, they gave you some antibiotics and a shot. But they be having the ugliest bitches. You ever got burnt, Jay?
No.
They be having the ugliest bitches at the clinic checking on you.
Non-gonococcal urethritis is what it's.
Oh, that's what that means. But look, they stick this motherfucking Q-tip in your motherfucking dick hole, love. Like, look. The Q-tip, for everybody looking, the Q-tip is this fucking big.
He probably like
stop it.
No, look, it is this big.
How did it go in there?
I had to just take it. So look, it was the ugliest bitch ever. It was a fat like Samoan woman, but she wasn't even a cute Samoan. She was like fat and ugly. The bitch that checked me in was cold as fuck. You see what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, oh yeah,
that's how you get hooked. That's how they
look. I'm like, do their work, but you go hard on it.
I'm thinking, nah, you don't get, man. That shit, tear your shit. You gotta be soft when they do it.
Ugly bitches is what I'm saying.
Oh, but yeah, all they did, love, was they hold it and then poke it real fast. But they go deep though, and then they send the Q-tip up, and that's how you get tested.
Does it sound like it happens like regularly?
No, I said this.
They'll do it in jail though. If you go to jail, if you go to prison and shit like that, they'll do it there.
I plan on not going to prison.
So when they
do this, motivation for me to stay out.
When they do this, after that, that's
614-781-0754. Call in and tell us if you got your Peter poke in jail or from an STD. Go ahead.
So after they stick the swab in and stick it, that's all to the procedure.
Yeah. As far as like the check,
they don't numb it or something.
They just grab that motherfucker. They
it's soft.
Look, yeah, it'd be soft. But look. It's like a like the little the what's the shit? The little gel shit that you rub on your finger to go through the papers. You know what I'm talking about?
Salt water?
No, it's like a gel, like not a gel, but the hard shit. You know what I'm talking about? It's a container like that. They rub the Q-tip on it. And then she holds your shit soft and she poke it real fast.
That's just Vaseline, baby. That ain't nothing special. That's Vaseline.
Well, I don't know what the fuck it is. It came in a thing that looked like the paper sorter. Shit. But yeah, that's
lube.
Huh?
It said some kind of lube.
Yeah, but all they do is they put they stick that motherfucker in your dick and then
are they able to do this soft?
I'm saying I don't know because I don't have.
How are they able to do that soft though?
Well, stick it in your dick. It's just a Q-tip.
But it's lit.
It's a pee hole.
Yeah, but the Q-tip is big as shit. Like the Q-tip is big as fuck.
That's
Like
what I don't understand.
they stick it in like
it's nothing but cartilage, so you put something in there and it expands to it.
When they get what's that, a catheter or whatever?
It's
they stick
like
a tube in your dick.
yeah, catheter is way bigger than that.
It's like the duck.
The catheter though is bigger than that.
The Q-tip to them is like the duck to us.
Okay.
It's uncomfortable, but we can take it. Like,
damn.
But yeah, like if when you think you got burnt, that's what they're gonna do. But not all the time. Like there's other ways they can draw your blood, of course. You know what I'm saying? But
if it's in your blood, it's too late.
No, I'm saying that's another way to get checked to see if you got a motherfucking STD.
Damn.
But I'm saying,
But they Peter poke us though.
You'll be blind by then.
Yeah, they Peter poke us.
You can piss. They can do a STD test by piss because I've had a STD test and an AIDS test.
I ain't never had it
took
from
like
pee.
20 minutes. But blood, if it's in your if they can trace an STD in your blood, it's something you can't get rid of because it's in your blood.
Right.
They checked me when I had a hernia. They checked me through the blood. They came in. They came in and took blood, but I think it was because it was in my testicles. You know what I'm saying? That's where the hernia was.
Hernia is because your white blood cells, I think it is, accelerate.
Well, all I know is that Peter poke hurt like a motherfucker, man. But like I said, y'all don't know nothing y'all like in your first love that y'all don't like in people now.
The spontaneity.
The what?
Being spontaneous.
Oh no, fuck that shit. We're gonna go around table real fast. What the fuck, love, is spontaneous?
No, I didn't say that. You said that.
Did
I say that?
Yeah.
I guess it's somebody from Spartan.
He said that.
Okay, Jay Renee, what is that?
He said that.
What does it say again?
Spontaneity.
No,
What did you say?
Who said that? No.
You'll see when you go back watch the show.
No.
Some kind of cuisine, something you eat.
Y'all stupid.
Nah, that's somebody that's from Sparta.
614-781-0754. We come back. We got the bar fight.
Yo, it's Trill for real. Captain of TTB, live and direct with Narcistic Nation Radio. TTB forever. We global now.
We running live.
Yeah.
614-781-0754. Remember, you can vote. This is the bar fight. It's O.P.B. Ohio Playboys. We'll be right back.
For sure. Still it. Check it, yeah. There's a lot of speculations on where Mike gon' be 5 years from now. Just think how tight I'll be. Haters are loving it if I fell off, they knifing me. I'm like, damn, just admit it cause you're liking me. I left the game alone for a minute. Kick my feet up, chill, jump back on, still the tightest one in it, like my windows mirror tinted. So when I roll up, niggas can see their own face and disgust. Like, yuck, all I hear is Mike, where you been at? Mike, where your chick at? You still got the trees, yeah, cause they know the Kriznack. So brother numero uno is back. You heard it's on. Now record labels cutting rappers like lawns. Cats, mommy, a spring break. A bunch of kids with no class. Or them frontin' ass niggas and renting whips with low gas. You wanna rap with me, I'm past. Cause if you whack, you bringing me down. And we just can't have that. What you niggas got on me? Nothing, and probably wish you was me. Bustin' and probably wish you hit me. But never, I guess I'm doing MGFC. Yo, now niggas looking at me surprised. Like when I said I was gonna make it, I was telling lies. Don't doubt me. The game wouldn't be the same without me. Now that I'm here, it's hotter than now. We bitches surround me. I'd rather have dope than AQ90s. Really, the honeys that have your pockets flat. See, I'm much more smarter than that, so try your harder than that. Might go further than rap. See, my name rings bells. That's anybody from your weed man to hood females. I'm here to make mail and ain't no stopping that. Get in my way, I'm flopping a cat. Ain't no dodging the gap. Please, I'm trying to do my rap thing and skate with the cheese and watch you little niggas run around trying to be me. Hold up, don't let this move persona get you swole up close with no cigar. See you raw, but still to no luck you lose. So what you niggas got on me? I'm cutting cats and I'm the only one like Jet Li. What you niggas got on me? Nothing, and probably wish you was me. Bustin' and probably wish you hit me, but never. I guess I'm just MDS to see. Be all you could be, but you could never ever be me. What you niggas got on me? Nothing, and probably wish you was me. Bustin' and probably wish you hit me, but never. I guess I'm just too MDS to see. Be all you could be, but you could never ever be me. And another another thing. All you rappers out doubting the kid, keep it to yourself. Silence is golden, cowards run lips. I ain't got no problem with going and grabbing the clip, though I might not talk a bit much. I keep in touch with shit, believe me, bet not. Near another nigga see me, rhyme so freely, ill can earn 5 mics when I'm sleepy, deep and blow. Soon as niggas think I stopped, I go. Heard your best shit, still it'll never top my flow. Some say I'm arrogant. Yeah, I'm arrogant, fuck it, I'm keeping it real. Them niggas kicking them fairy tales. I know the type very well. Know the narrow smoking L's. How is that? I'll relax, get a job, bias is act. All my life I've been wanting to be the Mizak. Hold up, think about it, I'm a smoother nigga than that. Probably could push myself to make cooler figures than that. Keep it intact, either war, street to the rap. No matter your size, you couldn't walk in my shoes. I'll back. What you niggas got on me? Nothing, and probably what you was me. Bustin' and probably what you can be. Forever, I guess I'm just you and me as you can see. Be all you can be, but you can never ever be me.
O.P.B, Columbus, Ohio, stand up. That was Ohio Playboys with What You Got on Me. They competitors all the way from the YO. From Youngstown, Ohio, we got 5-4. This is Two Sides. We'll be right back. This is the bar fight.
Real nigga, fake shit, I won't deal with you. Came up on skill, nigga. Fuck trust, I feel, nigga. Youngstown, that told me shit. Cutting dope, that brought me shit. Any means I'm gon' bubble up, want everything and then double up. My state like fuck y'all. Crime rate goes up, dog. Riding around with my young boy. Say the word and he busts off. See the most cause I am king. Rap fiend when I read between lines like blow. I might blow. Didn't do it for no Klondike, dope. Lines like blow. I might blow. Didn't do it for no Klondike, dope. See the most cause I am king. Youngstown that taught me shit. Cutting dope that bought me shit. Keep those and nines, nigga. I've been taking my time, nigga. Chasing paper like every day. Trying to get it like every way. Niggas know I got coke, boy. You ain't reppin' that yo, boy. Hit the track and then hit the track. Flip the pack and then flip the pack. Only if a man need to. Real shit gon' bleed through. No need for no image shit. I got that from my dealings. Pray I counted 10 million. Pray my family count close to that. Bell nigga, I got us, boy. Stood back and then roast around. Hood straps and I'm close to that. Good drinking my clover rap. I ain't chasing no crown, nigga. Real recognized rhyme, nigga. Just rap, bust back or bust first to shine, nigga. 3-3, oh boy, sounding like it's my time, nigga. Don't mind, hold mine down, grown by now. Niggas know I got flows locked down. Don't pipe down, I'm just getting my own right now. I'm just getting my own right now. Yeah. If the liquor about the money, then you know I'm with it. Tell everybody in the house so they don't know who did it. Come and rob you for that work and then go blow the pistol. All my life I pray to God that I don't go to prison. You better watch your best friends cause they might be lurking. Better watch out for them Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irvings. Just check that nigga body like. He might be nervous. He trying to set you up. He might be working. You got a lot of money, gotta watch niggas. All eyes on me like pot. Like it. Try me, fuck around and get pop. 30 rounds stuff down in this block. Started from the bottom of the top now. Started with a little, got a lot now. Juju gave me the spot now. We feel like Jay-Z and Tata. Still riding around with that rah-rah. I'm still connected like Wi-Fi. I'm taking off from the fly ride. We got more colors than tie-dye. Run up a pen of that la-la. We go fuck up every mama. Check on your head. These niggas play with the drama. I don't make that from my mama. I always tip it with Hannah. I need a bitch like Kitana. And you still me the figure, your honor.
Back live. That was Fivefold with Two Sides. Remember to call us 614-781-0754, and you can cast your vote or follow us on Narcistic Nation. It's an open group on Facebook, or email us narcisticent@gmail.com. If you didn't follow all that, remember, we also record the podcast at the same time as this radio show. Always remember that. The podcast will be /WTMH on YouTube. With that being said, we're going to start the Golden Truth.
Hello, CO. Can I get my mic on? Thank you. Hello, CO. Thanks for tuning in to the Golden Truth. I have my panelists. Shut up. See. Let me go ahead and introduce everybody. Of course, you hear Daryl's mouth, Flair.
When don't you hear that mouth?
Right. Goodness. Let the batteries out. Then we got Jay here.
Yo.
We got Love.
Up your equity, baby.
Okay. Now, this week I want to talk about, I've been seeing a lot of this shit on Facebook. Lately, I've been seeing people calling grandparents and aunts and uncles deadbeats to children. Me personally, what I think about that is a crock of shit to me. Like, y'all didn't fuck them. Y'all didn't fuck the grandma. You didn't fuck the uncle. You didn't fuck the aunt. You didn't fuck nobody else. You fucked him. You need to, that's where your problem is. You two need to work this out.
Right.
That's how I feel about this. What's your take on this?
I mean, that's like the pot calling the kettle black. I mean, you got a person that's not taking care of their children, calling the person that is taking care of the children deadbeats. And I mean, society is always going to have their opinion about shit because they're society.
So can you have a dead Greek grandmother, meaning they've already taken care of their kids?
Right.
Do they have to take care of your kids?
No, you can't call a grandmother a deadbeat, because if she's taking on the responsibility of taking care of a child, no matter how good or bad she's doing, as long as that child has the proper necessities to survive on a daily basis, nobody can say anything to that grandmother because she's doing what the mother or father didn't.
Right.
But what if grandma doesn't choose to do anything? Does it make her a deadbeat? You know what I'm saying? Like, the baby maybe doesn't have all the necessities.
She already raised her children.
I'm not saying she who. I don't know.
Let the last real man answer this question.
Like in general.
Okay.
Right.
Well, when he get here, let me know.
That was still.
Right. Let's see.
Let's see how I went back. That was still.
We have a guest. We have another guest coming in.
That's what I thought.
Anyway.
He was saying.
Anyway, like I said, I don't feel like like I said, it's the generations now. Like, they look for every excuse to have an explanation. Like, if you can't take care of your own child, that's your fault. You put yourself in that predicament. You see what I'm saying? Like, I had a never mind, I ain't gonna go there. No, fuck that shit. I'm gonna go there. Like, it was a girl I used to work with at a job, and look, and she had the nerve to say, because her baby dad was a deadbeat, and she had to live in her car, that she was making her child stronger by living in the car. First of all, the baby was 2.
Hell no.
First of all, let's get that out of the way. The baby was 2. How the fuck he gonna remember sleeping in a fucking car? You see what I'm saying? And I think, honestly, he was younger than 2. He was actually like 19 months. You see what I'm saying? And then, it was in the summer. So that's why the story is funny, because they had to sleep in the car in the summer. Okay, no, what I'm saying is, she said, I'm just going to teach. At least I'm teaching him. He'll learn how to, say how rough the world is. Nah, she said how rough the world is. I'm making him stronger.
How'd you know this girl?
Do a job. I used to work at the Limited.
Can we just all be in agreement here that Daryl's a hoe?
Yes.
1.
No, I didn't mess with her.
2, he fucks with
I didn't mess with her. I did not.
You didn't mess with her.
I used to work with. I said that the girl I used to work with. That's all I said.
So
you just want me to mess with everybody, huh?
Why you know so much about her business then?
She told me.
Did you get?
I'm telling y'all. Nah, I fingered her.
He got his dick stuck in the car.
We knew it had to be something.
Yeah. Okay, I fingered her down. But I wasn't. Nah, it was in my car. Nah, it was in my car. Her car apparently didn't move. She had to live in it. Actually, it didn't move.
So wait a minute. This was a car that didn't work.
Yeah, supposedly, because I used to go
Was
get
it
her.
out of gas?
She used to ride with me to work. You see what I'm saying? So I would go pick her up. So, but she never told me until it was too late, and she got an apartment that she had been living in her car. I'm like, why the fuck you ain't never say nothing? You know what I'm saying? And she like, I just, I'm good. I'm gonna teach my son that, you know what I'm saying? But like, he only 19 months.
But you got time to get your pussy played with.
Right. You fingered her.
What was you gonna do for her if she happened to tell you?
I probably would have stayed at the house. She could have stayed at the house. I got a big ass house. Like, it was only me and Nene there. Shit.
This just happened?
Nah, it was like years ago. It was probably like about 4 years ago.
Nene would have been like, oh, hell no.
Like, who is this bitch?
Like, hell
You probably know. You probably know. I'll show y'all after the show. But I ain't saying her name on air.
Wow.
I know who it is. Huh?
Nah, you don't know her.
4 years ago.
Nah, it ain't nobody I was fucking with like that.
You work with her.
And then we ain't even friends on Facebook now anyway.
You got her DNA on your fingers. Y'all go together.
Let's get a swab of that index.
Well, what I was gonna say was, because I was gonna save my question for the hypotheticals, but it kind of ties in and correlates with what you just said. And I was gonna ask, is a man a deadbeat if he never wanted the child anyway?
Yeah.
Think about this shit. Think about the last for a man shit. Like, are you technically a deadbeat? Am I a deadbeat?
Yes.
If me and Goldie have a baby and I said, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? You was just a little, you know what I'm saying, jump off type thought, bitch.
Yes.
And I don't want to have a baby with her.
Regardless of if you
I
want
don't
the
want
baby
it,
or
though.
not, regardless of if you want the baby or not, the baby is here.
But that's because you chose to have it. I don't want it, so
But
why am
you
I
had to
deadbeat?
have sex with me to
So
have
you
the
forced and deadbeat him onto me.
No, you took it. You took it.
Go look.
You
Look,
took that
please.
label.
Help us.
How?
You applied. You got the job.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I want a cigarette. I'm leaving. I'm letting y'all do golden truth because I'm going outside. All I wanted to know, it was going to be the hypothetical. I got it right here on my paper.
Is this
you know what I'm saying?
happening to
No, it was from. That's what I was going to answer when I stopped the show. It was going to be for the relationship topics, but I was like, "Fuck it," and you gave me an idea, and then I was like, "No, I'm going to leave for hypothetical." But then everything I keep trying to bring in, y'all hitting it. So I'm like,
I'm
"Fuck."
gonna answer it for you. Can I answer it?
Go
I don't want to
ahead.
hear it.
I want to hear it.
Because you can't force that on no man.
No. If you and Goldie lay down, and do not take the proper precautions to prevent a child from coming, because we know contraceptives
that you do not
aren't
want
100%. So if you guys do not take the proper precautions, meaning both of you have contraceptives, birth control, female,
we know what that means. Go ahead.
If y'all aren't taking the proper precautions, then both of y'all have to take the responsibility if a child comes.
Okay, but think about it. I'm just fucking her. You know what I'm saying? Like, say I got a girl and me and her not one. Like,
It
we just
doesn't
fuck.
matter. You can still have a baby like that.
I know, but if we just fuck, how am I a deadbeat if I don't want the child? Meaning, okay, say I said, here's $250. Go do what you gotta do.
It costs about $500
now.
Right?
Damn, they done went up.
No,
it's $250 in my day.
$500.
Damn, shit, it was $250 in my day.
No,
but I'm saying,
$240, $67.
Look, you know what happens.
This nigga.
You know what happens when a dick.
Hey, I got a lot of. I don't hung up. Never mind. Go ahead.
You know what happens when you ejaculate in a woman, right?
Yeah.
There's a 60 to 70% probability that you are going to impregnate her. So with you knowing that before you even get the panty draws, if you still go in there knowing that there's a possibility that this bitch might be pregnant.
But love, I don't want the baby. She's a jump off to me.
It doesn't matter.
But then you need to be taking.
Nah, fuck that. All my Facebook friends, I'm about to post this shit in a minute.
Yeah.
I don't think you could be a deadbeat if you never wanted the child.
But if you have sex, you are implying that there is a.
I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't
come
think of
along.
one right now.
The only way to chocolate.
It's almost like guilty by association, almost.
Like, like what was the NFL player's name that killed the
Ray
baby?
Carew.
Yeah, he killed his baby mom because he ain't want.
Yeah.
He ain't want the baby.
But
the
that's
baby
different.
But the baby
that was
survived.
a different
The baby
deadbeat.
survived.
That was a different kind of
The baby is now
deadbeat.
surviving. He has problems. He has.
He's trying
Yeah,
to get.
'cause he
He's
had
trying
to
to
have
be
it
able to
early.
see him now. Now the boy is 17 years old. He's trying to be able to see this.
Because he's slow now.
Listen,
he don't understand what really happened.
Wait a minute, because this is
The extent-
He doesn't know at all what happened.
Ray is not really breaking his neck to try to have a relationship with that boy. Ray is, I think he's about to get out if he's not already out.
He's out.
Okay, he's out by now. But his son said, because he has a caretaker and everybody, but his son
How did he say it? Oh, go ahead. I'm gonna turn my mic off.
His son
Turn mine off too.
His son said that he's not really trying to overexert or make an effort to be in his son's life.
Well. First of all, never mind. Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
This is the thing with me. I can't.
I thought you was turning your mic off.
I am, and then I'm gonna go out and smoke because I can't take you serious right now. Y'all mean to tell me if I get a hood rat type bitch, like I don't want nothing to do with her, love.
You lay your bed.
You should never fucked her then, nigga.
You make your bed, you lay it.
That's like signing the policy.
You're not an animal. Are you a fucking animal?
Okay, so you mean to tell me if I hang with a drug dealer, his spot get busted, I go to prison too. That make me a criminal?
Why are you going to prison if you?
Because I'm in his spot when it got busted by SWAT. So does that make me a criminal because I go down with him?
I'm saying, but that's your boy's fault because your boy, instead of your boy taking responsibility for the shit that was there, he let both
Am I
of
a
y'all
criminal?
take the rap.
By the way,
Yeah.
Yes, you are just
That's how you know y'all just full of shit. I'm a criminal because I was chilling in my boy's spot. It got raided, and we all go to jail.
But
that makes me a criminal.
But you're there.
You knew about everything.
Turn it back away.
Because y'all all talking at the same time.
Hold on. Listen, if you're there and you know all this illegal
It can happen.
activity
Yeah,
is
it
going
can happen.
on,
Yeah.
Right.
you're just as much in trouble as him.
Right.
That's not true because earlier in the day when we was talking about the
You're not
youth in the black
reporting it.
community being racially profiled, you said you can't look at people like that. So
That's
which
not
side are you on?
That's not racially profiling. What I'm saying
I didn't say that. It's guilty by association. So what are you saying?
This isn't guilty by association. The crime is you're sitting there where there are things going on. There are drugs being sold or whatever's going on.
So that makes me a criminal. Only thing I want to know is the term, am I a criminal because I went to prison?
The crime is you're there knowing this is going on. That's when the crime comes about.
Am I a criminal?
We're not reporting this.
Am I a criminal or not?
Yes, you are.
So I'm a criminal because I was playing the PlayStation with my homeboy. They got the new PlayStation 10, and I'm in his spot, and I get in trouble for that.
Yes,
I'm a criminal.
You're playing on drug dealer PlayStation.
Yes,
and
a hot ass PlayStation.
I'm just saying.
No, I mean it's hot. See, that's a stereotype. You just racially profiled a drug dealer. Go ahead.
He's a drug dealer.
Gee, that don't mean it's stolen. You said it was stolen.
10 ain't even out, bro. It's stolen.
Yeah, it is.
This nigga got the good shit.
Go ahead. Neo Geo.
Because I'm gonna get legal with it because I do work in a law office during the day by law. Now, in my eyes, no, you're not a criminal.
That's all I want to know.
But in the criminal justice system, you are an accessory.
But am I a deadbeat if I never wanted the child?
But the House of White Supremacy is about to label you as a criminal, all because look, this is how they're going to spin you. At some point, and you're in the drug dealer, the actual drug dealer's relationship.
Yeah.
He purchased something for you, whether it be a bag of chips, a soda, or a pair of shoes. You still accepted gifts from this man, and they don't have to provide receipts because why? Because they're the House of White Supremacy. So in the court of law, yes, you will be labeled as a criminal.
Okay, so let's get back to the deadbeat shit. So you mean to tell me I can't lay with a bitch, get her pregnant on accidentally?
Ain't no accident.
Unpurposely.
Right. Ain't no accident.
And I don't want the child.
Did your dick accidentally nut
sometimes? If it's good, sometimes it does happen.
And you grab it out. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
That over and over again.
I've done that before. Like, you want me to stop? You want me to stop?
They probably did it in different positions too, huh? You couldn't do nothing.
Both of y'all share the fault.
You couldn't do anything.
Right. I just don't feel like you were deadbeat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't want it.
You're worse than a deadbeat, nigga.
Because you didn't want it.
Oh my God! I'm just saying, it makes you worse than a deadbeat.
How?
In the long run, you didn't want this baby, but this baby is not born. But like I said beforehand, you told her to get rid of the baby. You gave her money to get rid of this baby.
Mm-hmm.
This baby is now 18 years old.
I still don't want it.
I'm just saying.
What is grown ass?
I'm just saying, you're worse than a deadbeat.
I will buy the nigga like.
It's worse. It's worse. Okay.
You call them sperm donors.
I mean,
that's a good term. I like that. I'll be a sperm donor too, a bitch.
See,
well, what I'm saying is that you won't ever lay me. Okay, wait.
Go ahead.
Am I a deadbeat if I take care of the kids I have? Like, say I got 6 kids,
right?
Including the one I don't want. No, wait. Let me finish, honey child. 5 of them I got with 1 girl or 2 girls. Just say that. You know what I'm saying? I got 5 kids. I take care of all of them. All of them spoiled. They all get what they want. But I told this side bitch, little rat bitch that I end up fucking, I don't want it. Am I a deadbeat even if I have 5 kids that I'm known for taking care of? I don't understand that.
One child should not be left out because of you and the mother's lack of relationship.
But you don't like her. It's more so her than him.
Once that child comes into play, it's no longer about you and her. It's
Fuck
about
that
the
shit.
child.
It's always, if I don't want the fucking child, it's about me and her.
But now
you gonna change what I think.
You gonna go to the stores,
child is
nigga, work
here.
in the register, look just like you and shit.
Right.
I'm like, get the change.
Just like
Every time I see that motherfucker, I'm like,
shit.
Nah. I don't feel like you a deadbeat though. Like, I just gotta stick up for the men, man. The last real man. Like,
What makes you a deadbeat?
Hold up.
I think a deadbeat is a person that is not taking care of their child and they feed women promises. You know what I'm saying? Like, they lay there and say they love the person, nut all in her because it felt good at the time, and did not take care of the child.
That sounds just like you.
How?
That's what
You said that.
Yeah.
What? I said what?
I got a question.
I don't have no kids.
What the
Y'all,
fuck is
what do y'all
wrong?
know what? Y'all don't listen.
No, we're
See,
not calling
y'all can't
you.
ever out talk me. I've been doing this radio
You're
shit for
not
too long. I
actual
never said I'm nutting the bitch and not take care of a child. So what are y'all talking
No,
about?
you
What did I
said
know? Wait, don't
accidentally.
slaver. What did I say, Goldie?
You said accidentally.
Okay, that was the hypothetical part of the question. Y'all not listening. See, that's what I'm
We're
saying.
listening to everything.
I said, you asked me what was a deadbeat. I said a person that feed women promises and get them pregnant.
That's the accident.
What bitch? I didn't got pregnant.
That's the accident.
It just sound like me.
How many
Hypothetically,
Exactly.
No,
Exactly. So y'all don't make sense. Y'all just want to agree with each other, but
Accident.
disagree with me.
No.
It ain't made no sense. Go back and watch the podcast. Y'all see how silly it sounds?
Are you
How many
serious?
abortions have you paid for? Like you sitting here talking about
You just see me and Jason just do that, and then you act like you just see me and Jason say something. Then
I do wanna know.
none.
You've been talking
No.
about.
Yes, you have.
No. See, that's what I'm saying. You agree
The whole premise
to
of this
try to disagree with me.
though, was because you said a deadbeat was you said you didn't want the baby to begin with, but the baby still was born.
No, I'm saying as far as like I feed her promises. If I have sex with a
that
bitch,
bitch, a promise to fuck her.
no, that's not the same. If I say, listen, let me show you the difference.
Even though you told her you didn't want it, the same thing still happened, right?
If I just fucked the bitch, you see what I'm saying? How many times you had sex and didn't care? Didn't care about the person. Y'all all be in love when y'all give up the pussy? Exactly. Y'all don't fuck somebody.
No,
I don't
you
see
said-
So if you get pregnant, so if you
That's why you
get
don't
no,
care
wait,
about-
okay. So if you fuck somebody that you, so what I'm saying is you ain't never fucked somebody you went in a relationship with.
You said we
You
didn't
said
care.
yeah.
No,
That's
no.
what the fuck you said.
Listen.
You said
Did
that
you
you
ever
didn't care
fuck
about
somebody? Did you ever fuck somebody
wasn't-
that you didn't care about?
wasn't-
Meaning like you ain't in a relationship with them.
No, that's two different.
Answer the question.
That's two different.
Yeah, that's two
Have
different.
you?
Have I ever fucked somebody
That
that
you
I
didn't
wasn't
care
in?
about? That you didn't care about?
No.
You have you?
That I didn't care about. No,
You
I
just
always
fucked
care
them.
about the person. I
Y'all
always
be
care about
lying.
the person.
Every woman that has sex with somebody, they ain't care about like that. Y'all ain't never been fucked.
I'm not. What?
Y'all ain't never just been fucked by a nigga that y'all ain't in a relationship with.
Man, you
Answer the
You
question.
jumping all over the board. I bow out.
Right.
You jumping all
No,
over
I'm
the
saying this is
board.
where I was getting at.
No.
If you didn't have sex
Everywhere.
with somebody that you're not in a relationship with them, you don't get pregnant and then get married. That ain't how it happened. Because he never wanted to be in a relationship with you, or y'all would have been in a relationship when y'all had sex.
Okay.
You're not gonna sit up here and act like y'all never had sex with a nigga and y'all was in a relationship.
Hold up. Jay
Everybody done done that.
every day. So you telling me that you ain't never had sex with a woman and didn't care about her, but didn't get him pregnant?
Okay, this was my philosophy.
Because
Okay,
you know he ain't got no kids, so I know he done.
I don't
fucked
either.
plenty-
But my point
he
is,
done fucked plenty
y'all-
of bitches that
he
he
didn't-
cared about.
No, what I'm
but
saying
they
is
wasn't
he's not in a-
I've had relations with ladies. Go ahead.
Thank you.
but you done also fucked the bitch and you went in a relationship with her.
This was my rationale
right, go
was
ahead.
listen to me. Since we're talking about babies, my rationale was I've never had sex with somebody that if I accidentally got pregnant, I wouldn't bow out. You know what I'm saying? Type of deal. I mean, I'll be able to put up with her. Type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was like maybe
Would you start a relationship with her?
One night stand, her visual appearance was something that I could deal with.
Would you start a relationship with her because she got pregnant?
Huh?
Would you start a relationship with her because she got pregnant?
We would have to talk about that. We would talk about it, and you gotta keep it
But
real.
that's what
though.
I'm saying.
You have to keep it real. though.
Everybody
Okay,
here would
just
fuck
because
somebody that
like
they didn't
pregnant.
care about. Like, meaning like not care, like if you get shot, you ain't gonna go to the funeral. I'm
that
saying
means
like
you care about them then.
no, I'm saying like
Yeah,
as
I mean,
far
it
as like
starts
you're not in
somewhere.
a relationship. That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
No,
let me break it down to you like this, Daryl, because you trying to combine the female and male activity. Us as women, the women that you have sitting right here are not the bitches you're used to fucking with.
I don't know what kind of bitches y'all are.
The women that you have seen, I'm about to teach you some shit.
No,
the women,
my ass.
The women, not bitches, that you have sitting right here have some type of moral and self-respect.
That don't mean no other woman does.
No, cut your
so
mic
you can't say a woman don't have morals because they have sex with Daryl Flair or men like Daryl Flair.
Obviously,
you can't say because you can't say because a woman is in this room.
That bitch is getting
listen, but you can't say a woman in this room has greater morals
than radio station. That bitch is stupid as fuck.
But
and she has no morals.
Who?
The way you describe yourself to us. If you're fucking with somebody, that bitch, she has to be retarded or something.
Ooh, I never knew somebody I was fucking with. That's what I'm saying. Where's the collage at?
The comments that you
Where's the collage at that you had?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you this picture.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, you can't say because y'all in this room, y'all got more morals than a hoe. It's women out there that was raised better than y'all that are hoes. So what is your difference? What is the common denominator of your fact?
What does how you're raised have to do with the decisions you make?
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. So if I'm raising my kids, but this bitch over here, look, this bitch over here, I don't want to have a child with. I'm a deadbeat. Why I just can't be?
You fucked her raw.
I can't see it.
You didn't care about having a child or not when you was going up in a raw. So why are you caring about it now? Now that the baby has been created.
I did good too.
There's only one. Oh, I see the other one. Let me see. Go ahead, keep going, yo.
That's all I'm saying is I'm not gonna have sex with somebody that I don't care about. Flat out. Now I have had sex with people that I haven't been in a relationship with, but I can say for myself that if I have had sex with somebody, I've ended up in a relationship with them.
Okay, so you seen the pictures? Are they hoes? You seen the pictures? Are they hoes?
I don't know them.
Why are you saying that? You friends with them, ain't you?
No, I'm not.
Anyway, I feel like what? I was just going back. Nah, I'm just saying. I don't feel like I could be a deadbeat if I never wanted a child. You can't just label somebody like that. I don't want it.
But you know you have a child out there that you disregard.
Right. So
you accepted the label already.
And there are women that
I see where y'all coming from. I'm not disagreeing with y'all. I'm saying I'm disagreeing as far as me and other men that didn't want it. Like y'all making it seem like every man. Y'all got to think. There's niggas out here that's considered deadbeats that aren't up to the standards of the bitch because she blows money or because she doesn't want to.
And then also there are women who get pregnant and feel the same way, just like you said. I didn't want this baby. I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
And they get pregnant.
How many bitches then lied? How many bitches then lied and said it's a man's child and he just ultimately I'm gonna tell the bitch if I don't fuck with her like that, and like I said earlier, she's a hoe or a hood rat, and I say I don't want the child, how am I supposed to just trust his mind?
All I'm gonna say to you, Daryl.
Here, take this 250, 500, 800, whatever generation you in.
You need to up your equity when it comes to women you fucking with.
How? I'm not going off of my women. See, that's what I'm saying. Like I never said nothing about the women I fuck. I said me.
But I'm saying, the only type of woman you talk about is a ratchet.
Remember, he's scared of love. So if he upped his equity, he'd fall in love. He doesn't want to stay in.
But she can't sit here and act like if I was. But she can't sit here and act like she's better than the women I do date because she don't know the women I date.
She didn't say she was better.
No, what I'm saying is, if she tell me up my equity, that means you guys are pretty more higher than mine. If she tell me to up mine.
They are putting themselves on pedestals.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They act like they just goddesses. Like y'all ain't goddesses to some men.
What the fuck have I said that puts me
wait, let them argue.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
No, Jay. What have I said that puts me on a pedestal?
You downplay my man's hoes.
Listen.
They don't even know one day.
We call them hoes.
It's different when I say it.
We call them hoes.
I'm a guy.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. I'm sorry.
That's the demographic of women that he talks about.
It's socially acceptable for me to call my niggas hoes.
Exactly.
Check this out.
Me too.
Check this out, though, because I take that whole little scenario, I take it as a compliment because we didn't have to say that we were regal queens, but they just admitted.
I didn't say that.
They have already put
you told me to up my equity, but you don't know my hoe's equity is higher than yours. It can be a rich hoe. You could be a rich rat.
I'm saying because I know you.
I already know. See, that's what I'm saying. So you copping a plea like the white man. You acting just like the white man in the media.
Good PR. I don't put your business out here on
you couldn't because you don't know none of my business.
But I'm saying I don't know all of your business, but I know enough of your business.
No, my bitches.
You never know.
You don't know none of my
Because
bitches.
your bitches might be the bitches that come to me for advice on how to handle your black ass.
He could be helping these hoes.
They fell in there.
He could be helping these hoes get their shit straight. You know what I'm saying? Get their game right. And then he moves on. He's like Santa Claus. He's like Santa Claus.
I be giving bitches, like, if I'm fucking somebody's girl, I give her advice. I don't fuck the shit out of her. Like, we'll lay in the bed, I give her advice. Like, well, shit, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe
what
you should do. Maybe
I mean, didn't I say this last week? I said, what do you have to offer?
He likes to give advice.
I told you she ain't listening to the show. I just told her what I tell my bitches. She asked me what I'm doing. After I told her what I do for my bitches.
Right, what I'm saying, you're telling your bitches how to get their life together and how to get their life.
I'm just there to fuck. I'm not there for a relationship.
But you can't give it.
But how does it get back on me if I'm telling you how I'm trying to help the bitches relationship?
You said you don't give a fuck, but you ask them what are they doing?
Right.
Yeah. Because I don't want to
give if I'm not going to give, if I don't,
you're not me.
Somebody, I'm not going to.
That's the problem with your social media, motherfuckers. Y'all think I'm supposed to think like you. You're not trendy.
You're not giving a fuck. Is different than his not giving a fuck, which is different than her not giving a fuck.
But they act like they're giving a fuck is more profitable or different. If you don't give a fuck about something, that don't mean I should give a fuck about it.
I never said anything about right or wrong. All I do is try to ask you. I try to get a better explanation of.
But that's the thing, like you keep man.
And then you always get mad about it.
No, I ain't mad. I ain't mad.
Well, you get offended.
No, what I'm saying is,
you start sweating.
He's not totally honest about the women he messes with either. I've met some of them. There's some of them are cool. Don't get it twisted. He does this for the show. So back up off of him a little bit.
But that's the thing,
and listen to this.
They don't know. She seen pictures, and then when I asked her, like, are they hoes? She said, I don't know. But okay, so why did you act like you had some kind of case that they was hoes?
I didn't say that they were hoes.
You said I know some of the girls you messed with.
Hold up. Nope. I didn't say that they were hoes. You told me to pull up two people
now I mess
on
with
your Facebook,
and I said, are they hoes? You couldn't answer it.
I said no because I don't know him. That wasn't the question.
Name two that I fuck. That's hoes.
He circles around and shit.
No, I'm saying, wait. Name two that I fuck. That's hoes. I said bring up two girls I mess with.
Nope, that wasn't the question.
You took the safe route and didn't even know.
Initially,
that's like
what you asked me to do.
That's kind of like some stalker shit that you know two bitches I fuck and I ain't never tell you.
I think we're using bitches and hoes too much in this conversation, so they're getting thrown a little bit loose.
Right, bitches and hoes is getting a little bit too.
Well, okay, this is my definition of bitches and hoes.
Listen, hold on. Let me clear up. This is my show.
Tell me the truth, girl.
It ain't your show.
Yes, it is. This is my show. It's my segment.
A show and segment is two different things.
We're gonna call it Seggy. This is her Seggy.
Just because you got a science class for me on the school.
It doesn't matter. I'm supposed to be talking right now. Now, what's going on?
Carry the show, so I don't have to be here.
You can get up and go smoke your cigarette.
I'm about to.
Please.
After you make your point.
Now listen. What I was about to say initially, what he asked me to do was pull up two people that are on his page that he sleep with. I did that. Now the
are they hoes?
Now hold on. That wasn't the question.
Are they hoes? You said all I mess with is hoes. That was the question.
Hold on. That wasn't the question. Hold on. Let me
I got it.
Let me finish. Now, after I pulled him up, he said, okay, these are he looked at him first. He acted like he didn't fucking recognize him.
I got 10 on my glasses.
Listen, after he pulled him up, he tried to throw me off by asking me were they hoes. I didn't know if they're hoes or not. And the reason why I know about these two people is because he sent me screenshots of them before he told me that.
So at the end of the day, the whole show, listen, but the whole time, every time I say something, y'all say it's the girls y'all mess with. So are they hoes?
Let me see them. Let me see if I know them. I can tell you if they hoes or not.
You can't look at somebody and tell if they're a hoe. You know what I'm saying?
If I know
you ain't gonna, you probably know one of them.
But
anyway,
you might better tell.
But my thing is, then look, this is the other point I had. Just because I say a man that didn't never want the baby is a deadbeat, y'all act like that's me saying I wouldn't take care of a child. You see what I'm saying?
No.
I hope y'all go back and watch this podcast because y'all say a lot of shit that people even be watching the show and be like, they be sitting there, they be contradicting themselves. Just go back and watch, and y'all gonna see where y'all contradict yourself all the time.
Show me where the people watch the show and say
it was okay for that to happen. I ain't saying.
No, I'm saying it's not. I'm not saying it's okay to not take care of any child, but he shouldn't get labeled as a deadbeat if he never wanted it.
Dara even brought up the fact that there are women that go through the same scenario and they're deadbeat ass moms.
I'm not disagreeing. What I'm saying is he can't get labeled as a deadbeat if he never wanted a child. You're a deadbeat because of. I'm thinking when you call somebody a deadbeat is because they promised you they'll be there. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's a deadbeat to me. If you promised me you was gonna be there, if I promised you, me and you had a child, and I promised you,
and baby got here. What makes you a deadbeat is you have offspring here that you're not taking care of. If you're not taking care of your offspring,
I understand that, but I'm saying you can't label that man. I'm saying you can't label that man as a deadbeat if he take care of other children. He never wanted a child with you.
Goldie J and I.
Okay. Basically, what I'm saying is, look, love. If say I take care of 5 kids, I have a baby with Goldie, and she gets rid of it. So, am I a deadbeat before then? Why am I a deadbeat now? Because she ain't happy.
She's a deadbeat.
How's she a deadbeat? Because she got rid of the child?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I googled the definition of a deadbeat mom or dad.
What is it?
Let me see what deadbeat dad and a deadbeat mom are commonly used, refer to men and women who have fathered or mothered a child and intentionally failed to pay child support. Blah blah blah. Order to family court.
Basically, what you just said.
They intentionally failed.
You didn't say that.
No, what I'm going by is
you know you're getting that letter in the mail, but you ain't paying it because
exactly. That's a deadbeat. But that's what I'm just saying. Well, I'm not deadbeat
because you said you didn't want it. It's still deadbeat. You said you didn't want it.
No, what I'm saying
that you said you didn't want it. That's fine. But there's a baby out here now. I've been sending.
I never said I wasn't going to pay child support. I'm just saying I don't want it.
I get you, but that still makes you a deadbeat because you're still not paying that bill.
No, women still call men deadbeats that pay child support. They don't spend time with their kids.
See what you're saying?
So what are you talking about?
We're going back to you saying you don't think it's a deadbeat if you said you didn't want it. You said that. If you said you didn't want it, that doesn't matter.
That's me.
But it doesn't matter what you say.
But we're talking about if you're saying a deadbeat is somebody that don't take care of a child financially.
Somebody who don't intentionally pay child support.
No.
Financially, just said that. It just said it. So you're gonna disagree with something just said?
This guy. So you tell me this guy who said
Read it again. She ain't hear it. They said if you don't intentionally take care of your child financially, you're a deadbeat. That's what it's called.
I'll read the whole thing this time. The gender-specific deadbeat dad and deadbeat mom are commonly used to refer to men and women who have fathered or mothered a child and intentionally failed to pay child support ordered by the family law and court statutory agency such as child support agency.
That's what I'm saying. But look, this can go 2 different ways. If I say I don't want the child, how does that make me a deadbeat? I gave y'all an example. If I got 5 kids and I say I got 5 kids, somebody has a 6th one. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And she gets rid of it.
We didn't take it rid of it.
No, I'm saying she gets rid of it. I'm a deadbeat still?
No. The baby
so what made me a deadbeat now if just because she kept a child I never wanted?
There's not a baby in this world now that needs their dad. Or
I'm not saying I would take care of it financially. I'll take care of my child if I have one.
In terms of the definition, even I don't care what you say. If you don't want it, that doesn't matter if you want it. If the baby comes in and the mom takes you to child support and there's a letter coming to your doorstep from California, you know what I'm saying? Because you was out in Cali and you had one night stand with what? And you intentionally did not pay that child support. That is being a deadbeat.
So are you a deadbeat if a woman never goes through the courts to have her child take care of?
There's a question for you. Are you?
I can answer that one.
I would still say yes. Morally, in my mind, I still say yes.
The woman is? The deadbeat?
You're the deadbeat, or the dads. There's still a deadbeat parent out there, meaning whoever.
I'm saying is the woman a deadbeat? Is the woman a deadbeat knowing she didn't go through the courts to help financially for that child?
No, obviously she can take care of the baby herself.
No, I'm saying she's struggling.
I don't know. She's got to have something going on for not to do that.
Can I answer that?
Go ahead. I'm getting my mic off because I'm going to smoke.
I can answer that firsthand because I do have a child with a man who does not help financially, and I am not taking him to child support. He barely sees his child.
Oh, okay. I was about to come back in. So, which one hurts you more? That he doesn't take care of financially, or he's not there?
He's not a factor because my son, regardless. I mean, I don't deny my son time with his father. Whenever he does call and say, "Hey, can I get him?" Hey, come get him. He can keep him, but my son won't spend the night.
Right.
My son doesn't want to spend the night. He's not close enough to him to know that. But my son, when he comes home, he has what he needs, basically. He has a father figure there. He has a man that's been there since the day he was born, because his father, just like the scenario with what Daryl was saying, when I got pregnant, he got ghost. So I understand, but it doesn't make me a deadbeat because I didn't take this man out for child support. Because one, I don't want to deal with child support because that's more of my time off work and more of my attention off of my son that I don't feel that this dude is worth. Two, when my son gets old enough, he will realize what type of father his dad is, because I'm not going to be that mother to bash or downgrade or down talk his father to him. He knows who his father is, but he knows the man who is teaching him. Now, whatever my son decides to do, once he gets in the right mental stability stage to where he can figure out his own, he will choose to deal with his father the way he chooses to. But I will not be a factor in that. The only thing that I have a factor in, enough love, has enough protection, and is provided with everything that child needs to flourish and become a great man. Because it's not my job to focus on what his father is or isn't doing. It's not my job to go and tell some white man in a black robe that this man isn't taking care of his child because he doesn't want to. That's not my job. My job is to be a parent to my son, to be a man, and someday a father, a husband, doing what he needs to do to provide for his family. And that's the model that he has at home. He has a man at home that is a father figure. Both of my husband and my son's father have both talked, and they've shaken hands, and my son's father has thanked my husband because he knew that he dropped the ball. So it's not whether a man is taken out on child support or not. It's about what the woman is wanting to put up with. And if the woman wants to create turmoil and chaos and animosity, she'll go down to child support. Because if she knows that that man can't afford that child support, that's where she goes wrong. Oh, I don't care. I'm just going to do it. He's going to be part of the system. And then we have a failure. Because now the mom and dad are never going to be able to communicate on the same ground because they have this white man in their business telling them both what to do. All the while this child is missing out on a mother and a father. So me as a person I am, I don't agree in child support. I don't think child support is conducive. I feel that if I lay down and have sex with a man unprotected and that man gets me pregnant, whether or not that man wants to be a father to that child or not is not my worry, because now I, whether I like it or not, am about to be a mother. And I'm going to have to do, because you're going to struggle in motherhood. I don't care if you got money in the bank all day, every day. Motherhood is a struggle, financially, emotionally, mentally, and physically. So we're never equipped with the tools of a mother. We wing it every single day, 24 hours a day. We wing it because we don't have an itinerary or a plan that says, okay, today the baby's going to be sick, so we're going to have this on deck and we're going to have this on standby. No, it's you wake up in the morning planning for a good day, and then, oh shit, the baby gets sick. So now you have to alter your whole day. You can't just call a deadbeat dad and nod, because now it's going to be an argument on the phone instead of you taking care of your child. So cut out all that bullshit, and I'm going to do what I got to do for my child. And if the father wants to see the child, then hey, more power to him. If not, then I'm not worried about it, because that child, regardless, is going to have what they need and the love that they need in my household. Damn, that was a lot I said. Oh, got everybody quiet.
Being said, thank you everybody for tuning in. Do you have any final?
I'm saying love one another. You know what I'm saying? Work together, unify, and black love.
Jay?
That was deep. Never give up. Can I say that? You know, as well. Here's one for you. Never be afraid to face your fears, man. Sometimes it's hard to say you're afraid of something. Maybe sometimes you should say it, because then you can face it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's just nothing. So there you go. Yeah. Don't be scared. I'm out.
All right. Thanks for tuning in.
It's your boy, the Mafia, and you listening to the most controversial podcast on earth, Narcistic Nation Radio. Shit. Like the wasn't even fucking with the block. I tried to make an honest flip, but that shit ain't never work. I went and got a half a sip. Now I'm playing with the work. So my mom's ain't trip. I was playing with enough red to pay my mom rent. Cop the sky blue. People couldn't tell me I ain't shit. If I ever fall off, it wasn't cause of no bitch. Coke Prezi in my nails, about a half an inch thick. My flag on the left, I was hanging with the Crips, trying to make it out the hood. It ain't as easy as it seems. Phone ringing every second. I've been dealing with the fiends. If I never go to sleep, I do I ever get the dream. My enemies wanna murder me like I'm Martin Luther King. Malcolm X with the tool, used to take that bitch to school. 8 balls in my pocket, I ain't talking about food. Oh, they knew how I was rocking by the way a nigga move. 3300 block on the west side of Bueller. Wake up for a move, all I can do is pray. Fuck talking about money, I just wanna get paid. Talking about friends, but most of that shit be fake. Can't tell a nigga nothing, cause most of them niggas ain't. Wake up for a move, all I can do is pray. Fuck talking about money, I just wanna get paid. Talking about friends, but most of that shit be fake. Can't tell a nigga nothing, cause most of them niggas ain't. I can show you how to do it if you ever on your ass. Took my last $20, made $1,000 cash. Cop a new whip, throw a screen in the dash. The haters still hating, I just like to make them mad. They don't like it that I'm up, they hate to see me in my bag. Miss me with the what's up, so all I'ma do is laugh. Cash rule everything, money over everything. If you ain't got no money, then you ain't gon' have a damn thing. They laughed at a nigga dog, and I ain't have a damn thing. I came from a struggle, made something from a damn thing. Now I do my damn thing. Pocket full of Ben Franks, $100 bills, blue strips with a big face. Trying to see 100,000, not catch a dope case. Or lay a nigga down, fuck around and catch a gun case. Brother in the feds, my cousin in the feds, too. Whole city in the feds, they locked up, but hold your head too. Wake up for a move, all I can do is pray. Fuck talking about money, I just wanna get paid. Talking about friends, but most of that shit be fake. Can't tell a nigga nothing, cause most of them niggas ain't. Wake up for a move, all I can do is pray. Fuck talking about money, I just wanna get paid. Talking about friends, but most of that shit be fake. Can't tell a nigga nothing, cause most of the niggas ain't. Wake up for a move, all I can do is pray. Talking about friends, but most of that shit be fake. Wake up for a move, all I can do is pray. Talking about friends, but most of that shit be fake.
Are you a street pimp? Your bitches running wild? You're losing profits? Then you need check that bitch GPS. Your easy to install GPS chip fits right in your hoe's phone, and that bitch won't even know. She won't answer her phone? That's alright. You can track that bitch down and protect your profits. You'll always know about your hoe. Call 1-800-FAT-HOES. That's 1-800-FAT-HOES. Get your bitches in check today.
Hey. Yeah. Look, took the time to give you all of mine, and then you play me for it. Sick of saving these hoes, I ain't even got the time to really play heroic. Now you want me to stay heroic. Sorry, baby, I can't. Just got too much on my mental. Worried about when the rent's due. Worried about if my mom's cool. Worried that I can't trust you. So nowadays, when bitches ask to say, hell no, I can't spoil you. Look, I don't even really know you. Just trying to see what that mouth do. Just trying to see what it feels like when you got me and I got you. So take this liquor, pour it on the rocks, take your top off and do it how you do it for a boss. Never take a loss, we call it lessons learned. And this my word to Usher, let it burn. Fuck you talking about. I guess the neighbors think I'm selling dope. selling dope, selling dope, selling dope. I guess the neighbors think I'm selling dope, selling dope, selling dope, selling dope, selling dope. I guess the neighbors think I'm selling dope, selling dope, selling dope, selling dope, selling dope. I guess the neighbors think I'm selling dope, selling dope, selling dope. You should've cherished my time. You should've stayed by my side. We should've never been cool. We should've never got down. You say you love me, I love you. I always knew you was lying. I see that pain in your face. I know you wish you was me. Have all the things that you want. Have all the things that you need. See, if I'm feeding the family, bet I'm gon' feed the team. It takes a lot to make change. It takes a lot to be me. It takes a lot to understand why you would do what you did. And yeah, I do. You gotta feed your family, your kid, but when you take it from a nigga who ain't got it to give them, it's all about the way that we live and about the places we been. Yeah. The neighbors think I'm selling dope, selling dope, selling dope, selling dope, selling dope. I guess the neighbors think I'm selling dope, selling dope, selling dope, selling dope, selling dope. I guess the neighbors think I'm selling dope, selling dope, selling dope, selling dope, selling dope. I guess the neighbors think I'm selling dope, selling dope, selling dope, dope.
Are you between the ages of 35 and 55? Do you feel run down? Has your sex life gone down the toilet?
Then you need Crack-A-Day vitamins. Our once-a-day multivitamins are fortified with crack to help you get through your busy day. You break your fight! Gonna fight back! Just take one vitamin in the morning with your coffee, then you're off to the races. Ladies, get your housekeeping and shopping done by 9 and spend the rest of the day slinging that cat at the Hilton Hotel. How about some head? Men, get 4 reports done and 18 holes of golf by noon and enjoy the rest of your day at your favorite strip club. Get your Crack-A-Day vitamins at CVS and all GNC outlets.
Are you single, lonely, can't remember your last name? Then we can help. Try Jailhouse Rocks. Inmate dating. At Jailhouse Rocks, we thoroughly screen your matches for you based on 3 levels of deep, meaningful dimensions of compatibility. Like, does she have a pulse? Can she suck a golf ball through a garden hose? Does she have STDs?
We had so much in common. It was magical. It was natural.
Experience Jailhouse Rocks difference for yourself. At Jailhouse Rocks, we've hooked up more inmates than the Los Angeles Police Department. Review your matches today for free at jailhouserocks.com, where love is a conjugal visit away.
We are back live, 614-781-0754. That was the Golden Truth. Like I said, you can tune in every Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, or you can go back and watch the podcast. Like I said, we are actually recording 2 shows at the same time. We're doing a radio show live, and it's getting recorded for our podcast that airs on, the fuck is it called? YouTube /WTMH Radio. With that being said, I got a hypothetical. You ready, Jay, every day?
Yeah.
You ready, love?
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. Who's the bigger? What's a bigger bitch? A person that's not about that life that snitches, or a person about that life that don't retaliate?
The person,
let you every day take that.
The person about that life
that don't retaliate.
Yeah, the person who's snitching is going to be a guy you would think, oh yeah, he would snitch. I mean, that's what he does.
That's not about that life.
But the dude who's about that life and doesn't do anything, it's like he's been lying. I mean,
yeah,
kind of bitch move.
What about you, love?
the snitch, what are they snitching on? Are they just snitching on the people around the hood doing activities?
Let's just say, yeah, basically.
Is he snitching on like somebody killed such and such?
Yeah, that. This is.
I was assuming they were snitching on that he kept getting fucked with. Not like no major, but something stupid.
It could be. It could be any.
The police and told on him, got him in trouble, huh? That's what I was assuming.
I would say the dude that's about that life and don't retaliate, because there are different forms of retaliation. If you know somebody has done wrong, because I'm not even thinking about this from a legal standpoint. I'm thinking if somebody took your child's life or your brother's life and I know who did it, I'm gonna need to say something. Because one, I don't think that's right that you're playing God and you're trying to determine who gets to live and who gets to perish.
Is there a difference in snitching? Because we talked about this before. You wasn't here. I feel like when you telling something like, as opposed to what you just said, that's not considered snitching. It's tattling, but I don't consider it snitching. I consider snitching. We all rob a bank together, and you tell because you got caught.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we do a murder and you get caught. We go on a high speed pursuit. Everybody jump out. You get caught and tell on everybody.
I think if you since you pay like that, I'm gonna say the guy who snitches is more of a bitch move.
I understand. With that being said, love, you got any finals?
Up your equity and always remember to stay blessed and motivated.
What about you, Jared? You got any goddamn finals?
Where we at, man? Holidays around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all celebrate, make sure it's better to give than to receive.
I heard that. It ain't talking about babies, y'all.
No, nothing sexual. Unless you want it to be, but be with that right person.
We don't need no more deadbeat daddies out here.
Right. That's why I said be with that right person.
What did y'all learn tonight?
That use a hole. Oh, use a hole.
Well,
you have animalistic thoughts.
But these are the thoughts and expression of the show is not those of Narcistic Entertainment. And Narcistic Entertainment is Daryl Smith.
First step to recovery is accepting the problem.
But you got to think of it. No, it's not.
At 9 a.m. I'm worried.
I'm just think about it.
Find out if Daryl Flair is the pappy.
The animals in the wild have sex and have babies, but the daddy ain't around a lot of times. He's had sex and he's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Flair, you have a lot of you're an animal, bro. We're supposed to be prime. We're supposed to be above the rest. We have a thought process, meaning we can throw a condom on because we don't want a baby.
But that's the thing. That's why I said on the last show, man. I just think
You're
like niggas in the 50s and 60s and 70s or something. Like I don't just because a woman has a baby by me, I don't feel like I'm a deadbeat if I told her I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's too many possibilities that it's not mine. That's the only thing I was getting at. But
you didn't put that last part in there.
I ain't got to.
You should.
I'm the villain. I'm the villain.
Whatever.
You suck at being a villain.
It's like you're trying to be the victim.
I can't tell.
Right.
You said I what?
It's like you're trying to be the victim.
Nah, I never said he was the victim. If he went through that, because if I have a child, I'm gonna take care of it. I ain't worried about that part.
But you think you can cop out by saying no? But no, you can't once you argue the action.
But think about how many men that went through this, like paying child support and taking care of this woman, and come to find out it's not theirs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It goes
They've
down.
got genetic testing these days, and I mean, they even got it to where it can be free, or you can pay.
But it's people in relationships now, though. But it's people in relationships now that the child ain't theirs, and they don't know.
I say in that type of situation, that would be a deadbeat mom if it came down to it. Outside of the realm of what we read about the definition, you know what I'm saying? Because we were talking outside of that line. That would be.
I just feel like with the women, they feel like with the women of the staff, they feel like. Because I say certain shit that's how I really feel. Like it is, but at the end of the day, it's two sides to every story.
Quick question for you, Flair. Do you think it's a deadbeat mom for her to keep a dad out of the life, meaning the dad wants to be, but the mom won't let it? Does that make her a deadbeat mom? You know what I'm saying?
I think most women. I think they either do it as a weapon. But I don't feel like a lot of times I feel like certain women are doing that because it's not their child anyway.
No.
But it's somebody's child that they're leaving like
but she get okay. So if a woman said that to me, like I want to see my child, and you gonna let me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But she say like, look, nigga, it's not yours. You know what I'm saying? Is your deadbeat then?
I'm asking you. That's what I'm asking you. What if it actually is your kid? Even though she's saying that, whatever, if it is or if it isn't, but you want to see that child.
Yeah, she a deadbeat.
Does that give her that deadbeat love? What would you label that? Would you label it as a deadbeat?
Yes, I would.
But what if he's not helping financially? He just want to see his child a lot of times.
Listen here. I would rather a father show up empty-handed than not show up at all.
But you got to think about the women that don't feel that way. They want finance. But what I'm saying is men that get labeled. Hold on, look. Is men that get labeled deadbeats because they don't have the money to help the woman.
But see, there's different types of mothers. You can't just label them all as those types of.
There's different kind of deadbeats.
There's different. I'm saying though, but there's different type of women out here that I wouldn't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't care if you ain't bought your son nothing in 10 years. If you call me and say I want to see, come get his ass, because I'm not going to hold a father back from having that time with their child, and I'm not going to hold my child back as long as they are not being harmed. I'm not going to hold my child back from experiencing something that is going to help them determine what type of relationship they want to have with their other parent.
With that being said, remember. Hit us up, 614-781-0754 next week. Also, I might do an international show with all international artists next week. I'm not sure yet, but be sure to just stay tuned on the social media outlets. If you want to vote on the bar fight, go on to the Narcistic Nation poll on the Narcistic Nation group or email us, narcisticent@gmail.com. If you didn't get that, go on the podcast and watch on youtube.com/Narcistic Nation. Everybody know how to spell this. We got a following. Y'all know what we do every week. Bar fight contestants this week were O.P.B, Ohio Playboys, and Fivefold, Youngstown, Ohio. Vote for one of them next week. I don't know if I'm going to have a bar fight or not. I should do an international bar fight next week, huh? Mm-hmm. Let's do that then. We'll do an international bar fight next week. But this was last week's winner. Well, first, let me get my finals. I want to give a shout out to my reflection. Without none of this is possible. Shout out to Narcistic Entertainment. Shout out to everybody on Narcistic Nation. Shout out to Creative Genius, Goldie to Go Truth, Thumper, goddamn Love the Motivator, Jay Every Day, Tiana, everybody in Narcistic Entertainment. Shit.
We miss you, Thumper.
With that being said, we're going to jump into last week's bar fight female winner. This is Ruckus. This is Matt Kiss. This is their new single, Shamia. We'll see you next week. Bitch.
Yo. Big up to Ruckus and Suge Mac. What the quan? Blood Club. Rock that shit now. Yeah.
Go by the name Shamia. Feel like the man today. Look at the camera. Hit on the Saturday. Look like the sandy days. Flashing all the fun. Hit up a cab today. Pass me a great report. I'm about to get on the stage. Give me that on the booze. Speaking nothing but the truth. Please believe I got the proof. What you drinking? What's the proof? Where you at? What's the move? So you upset with your proof? So now your day is blue. Maybe that can improve. I'm on the road with my bros. We coming up 22. Now your homies coming too. Hippity boppity boo. Give me the top of the hippity hoppity bop with the king. Show me a thing or two. Don't be a stranger. Battles you pick and you choose. I ain't got nothing to prove. Put a bonus on the dash. Bitch, I be making it move. I don't get tired, I don't get bored, I don't stick to the glue. Pick up my jaw and I say, oh, what you throwing? Hey. I got a hold of Shamia. She got a lit like tequila. 1800 in the glass. Popping like a pizzeria. Back then, all they used to do was tease her and now they wanna be her. They never paid her no mind. Now it's taking something. I don't know, I switched up the lyrics to the song, but I'ma smash this shit like King Kong. She like to kiss the Joe with the lady boss. Like to work it up the middle, fucking come here. Make the booty jiggle up the finger, roll girl. Let me see the swank girl, let me see you up, let's go. I'm holding a nice snake, kept her right. Don't give a fuck about like that, you're dead. I ain't it, bad bitch, rolling through the city with me, no care in the world. We push
pushing out. She said, so just how we dipping this several hills on the side. Let's get hot, let's get hot. I want Miss Choppy and ride. Got a drink on the clear, wide nigga pitching the side. She's screaming, nigga so blessed, motherfuckers can't kill me. Top lucky charm, I can't count me. I'm straight down, so I took another side. Cook a pro, man, got a big drink from the side. So I bag your bitch, got a new to the city. Where she at? Where she at? That's the bitch. Kiwi pussy, I can taste on my lap. With a little tape, tell her run and grab a pretty free. And she run to me, man, I'm queening your bitch. And she come to me, man, I'm fucking your bitch.
Battles you pick and you choose. I ain't got nothing to prove. Put a button on the dash. Bitch, I be making it move. I don't get tired, I don't get bored, I don't stick to the glue. Pick up my joint, I say, oh, what you doing, hey? I got a hold of Shamia. She got lit at tequila. 1800 in the glass. Popping like a pizzeria. Back then, all they used to do was tease her and now they wanna be her. They never get in the band. Now it's what you see.